Let's honor him with a floral welcome to the dance. It's my pleasure. My personal pleasure is my relationship with the Swaran. I take privilege to invite one more research person for the second session, Professor Alok Ranjan Biswal sir, to please come on the dais and meditate. And would like to make a floral welcome to sir. Everywhere, the spiritual power and the message is must, without which we can't move a step. So, to start with this session, we like to start with the lighting of flame, and I request both our resource persons, our principal madam, our vice principal, Professor U.S. Vishwata, and Apara Chaudhary sir, to please join to light the lamp. And Ishwar Prasad sir also, please come on the dais and please join to light the lamp.
हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय दाले कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं वंदुं बंधयते यत् कृपातमहं वन्दे वन्दे परमानन्दमाधव वन्दे परमानन्दमाधव लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरघुनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये कदाचित्कालं ततविपिनसङ्गीतकरवो मृदा धीरनारि वदनकमलश्वादनरूपा रमाशम्भु ब्रह्मा मरपतिर्गणे सतितपदो ओ जगन्नाथ स्वामी नय भगामी भवतु मे श्री राम 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 रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम 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 भरत अग्रज राम राम श्री राम 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 कौशल्य नंदन राम राम श्री राम 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 जानकी वल्लभ राम राम मत पिता रामचंद्र मत माता श्री मम जन्मनि जन्मनि ईश्वर भवतात भक्ति हेतु की नमस्ते प्रभु जगन्नाथ अनाथ लोकं करनाथ नमस्ते प्रभु वासुदेव भक्तजन कबंधव नमस्ते प्रभु ऋषिकेश भक्तजन कविश्वास छटी जुगतिंकर मने निजर स्वामी शांति जेन्हे सेही प्रकारे मोर मन तोठारे रहु भगवान कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैव बुद्ध्यात्मना प्रकृति स्वभावं करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायण इति समर्पयामि सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् भवात् ओम शांति शांति।
Thank you, Pandit Ranjan. Now, I would like to request my student, dear colleague and friend, Mr. Ajit Nahak, to introduce the resource person of this first session, Professor Ranjan Mahan. Thank you. and then after we'll start.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Me, Adit Nath, welcoming you all to the half day of this 1 week FDP. We already completed 2 successful days, and now we are reached in the 3rd day, where we have 2 eminent personalities with us to enlighten us. We all know, as our theme is concerned, AI. AI is a tool to improve the knowledge. AI helps us in many ways in the research and development. To highlight all these points, we have a very eminent person with us who is going to highlight all these things. That is none other than most respected Vishwaranjan sir. It's my great pleasure, it's my great honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Vishwaranjan Mahanti, Dean Research, Pharmaceutics Department, Dreams University, Tangi, Cuttack. Dr. Vishwaranjan Mahanti is a professor in Department of Pharmaceutics and serves as the Dean Research at Dreams University. He has over 22 years of teaching and 17 years of research experience in pharmaceutical education. He completed his B.Pharm from the Kanak Manjari Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences under the Utkal University in 1995. He earned his M.Pharm in 2001 and PhD in Pharmacy in 2014 from Utkal University. Before joining the academics, he worked as a production official in pharmaceutical industry, including Dreams Pharmaceutical Limited, Bharti Gujarat, and Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Private Limited. Dr. Mahanti began his teaching career as a lecturer at Pharmacy College of Berhampur. He later served as a Simanto Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences in different academic positions and worked as a professor and head of the Department of Pharmaceutics at the Institute of Pharmacy and Technology, Salepur, before joining the Dreams University. He has guided many B.Pharm, M.Pharm, and PhD scholars and currently also supervising many of them. He has built 3 Indian patents and published around 80 research papers, including international and national publications, book chapters, and conference papers. Dr. Mahanti is an active member of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association (IPGA) and the Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India (IPGA). His research is mainly focused on developing of advanced drug systems such as polygels, bigels, emulgels, and polymeric films for ocular, transdermal drug delivery system, and oral drug delivery system. Not only this, Dr. Mahanti is the recipient of several recognitions, including Best Teacher Award 2024 and the University Foundation Research Award 2020 from BU. With this, on the behalf of everyone present here, I would like to extend a warm welcome to sir. Now, I would like to request sir to enlighten us.
Thank you, Mr. Ajit, for a nice introduction to our research person. And I would like to announce Dr. U.S. Mr. Sir, Vice Principal, he is chairperson for this. Now it is over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning to all. Thanks to Ajit for my brief description about me. Respected principal,
and my teacher, and also vice principal of this, Mr. Sir, is my teacher, and my colleagues, and whether PG students are there or not, I don't know, and the faculty members from other institutes from Odisha and outside Odisha. I thank you, Dr. Ranjan, who invited me for delivering of this about some research. Being a dean of research, I accept, and I have to also accept this one because we made a MOU. Whenever I give any send any invitation, we have to come here because we already had one MOU with Royal College of Arts. This MOU is not to just a paperwork. We work together. I invite our faculty members. There is joint collaboration or research work is there. And the faculty member who wants to be like, then we will also give you in the PhD program. This is our motto, that is aim of our MOU. And also there is a next lecture at our department in the engineering college, faculty exchange. So everything is written there. So this is a part of our MOU. So our director IPGA also came with me. He will deliver a nice topic which already is implemented in our university. So without wasting my time, my topic is AI research review paper writing. I have requested by Arjun sir. Sir, please tell some about writing of review paper and writing of funding proposal to the different funding agencies. So most faculty members, particularly the young faculty members who have joined recently, there is a huge pressure in everywhere. Whether it is institute, whether it is a university, you publish a paper or not. If there is no paper, we will not give you anything. So everywhere it is, nowadays it is highly important to publish a paper. And we be academic load, conducting all practical classes, other than the academics, NAAC work, NBA work, QCI work, everything is imposed to our faculty members. So it is very difficult to write unless you will give some few times to think how we will write a paper. To write a paper, it needs a comment right, and also it needs some time. Not that you will sit and write a paper. If you do not work in the lab, you cannot publish a research paper. You can publish somebody, some people or some faculty member they are published, but they are not in either supposing that nor in a peer reviewed journal. So this is not so important. Publish in a particularly minimum Q1 to Q4 purpose is accepted everywhere and no others. To increase the volume of publication is not so important. Important is whether you have published the paper up to the quality or not. That is important. So here nowadays in our time, I remember when I did my master degree in 2001. Actually, we are aware about the AI. So we went to just go to that is now IMP. That is IMP Institute of Mirror. Yes, we use their library. So in a day, 2 to 3 journals we are seeing and again come back. So in that way we are doing our literature review at that time. Now it's very much possible and no need within a fraction of a second or within 5 minutes you can review a lot of paper by using the AI. So my topic today I will discuss. I think you all may know about the AI, but focus which AI is for which purpose and then ethical consideration. This is my summary of the presentation. Next slide. Okay.
Yes. So artificial intelligence has transformed modern research into automatic literature message, improving the scientific writing, assisting the data analysis, managing reference, detecting plagiarism, and enhancing the collaboration. So now, plagiarism is the one of the most important factor in writing any paper. It should be less than 10%. If you will follow the AI, then you will also detect that you will follow this AI. So AI detection should be zero. So how we use the AI? In my view, we should use the AI, but not simply copy and paste of the whatever the AI will give us. It should not be copy and paste. So here AI should be considered as an intelligent research assistant. Generally, if we have take the help of AI within a fraction of time, we can write a proposal. We will get an idea about the proposal. Just you put a thing, just to write a sentence in different AI tools, you will get the full proposal nowadays. So within a fraction of minute, you will get a proper ready-made proposal, ready-made paper, ready-made video editing. But thing is that the use completely with AI in publish is not possible. You will be get punishment if it is detected plagiarism or similarity. Next. So these are the application of AI research, review paper writing, it is literature search, identification of ready-made publication, then summarization of research article within a fraction of, suppose we got some 10 articles about a single topic. How to summarize? What is the summary of 1, 2, 3, 4? All paper can be uploaded at a time, and you will get a summary in which paper what summary is there. So within a fraction of time, we can summarize the or get the summary of all papers. Then generation of research idea and hypothesis what I told within a fraction of time, we can get an idea. We get total report, project report of any topic. Then academic writing assistance. Whenever we are writing any application also, we are using the AI. Within a fraction of time, just give the subject name, you will write the total letter. Right? So citation reference. So citation and reference management is another important part, which takes more time. You want to number. So different types of whether it is number, whether it is the whole paper, which type of reference we are using within a practice. You are using the real suitable tools, AI tools, then the reference can be managed within a fraction of minute. So data analysis, visualization, statistical interpretation, plagiarism detection, journal selection, even journal selection is very important. Which journal we have to take particular subject? Maybe a pharmaceutical, any type, herbal technology. So journal, then formatting manuscript according to the journal guideline. So after writing, you have to format it according to the requirement of that particular journal. It also can be done by the use of AI. Then peer reviewed assisted. So what happens when we will submit any paper to any journal, immediately within 48 hours or 7 days, after 7 days it will get rejected. So now we can put it with the AI, help of the AI. What is the key points or the weak points of the manuscript it will detect, so that we can modify it. Then after we can submit to a good Q1 journal. Right? So this is also it helps the AI. Next. So these are the advantages of AI. Quick identification of important papers. Which papers? Thousands of papers are published in a particular topic. So which paper to be selected? AI can detect within a fraction of time. Automated summarization what I told. Then detection of emerging research trend. Suppose now not only we need to write paper in our academic institution, it is also important to our faculty member write some funding. So to write any idea, hypothesis, so we will think a lot of time. So you can get a hypothesis, recent hypothesis from AI. Give some recent idea for funding or from DST, from funding for ICMR, for funding for any education or any funding agency. So here next is your efficient keyword searching. Suppose now go to your website or go to SPR or go to any your institutes or any academic search. That is, you can just give the key points. Suppose you are searching for a particular drug. You put the name of drug, then which type of drug delivery system you want to formulate. You put that drug delivery system. By giving these two idea, one is drug delivery system. This AI give you a lot of paper. From that paper, now next one is what you want from that paper. You just go for that one by one. Next. So next is the advantage, that is increased research accessibility, that is patent recognition, statistical modeling, statistical analysis, image analysis. This is very important. I use in my paper also. Suppose we got some microscopic of 2 to 3 formulations. Some minute difference are there which are not detected by our method. Or microscopic photo we receive, and it is very difficult to what we will write about these two pictures. You just upload these two pictures, you will summarize. So now you will get the idea of this comparison of two pictures, and you write yourself from your language. There will be no detection of AI. This is very important part. Suppose you got the X-ray data, you don't know how to calculate the X-ray data. What is the data, your space, what is the diameter, what is the your strain, tensile strain, or that particle E size, specimen size, whatever it may be, the different parameters are there. If you put the parameters, then it will give a big discussion about this formulation 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, whatever the formulation you have worked, it will give a great discussion. So here you get the idea, but not to put all these things from AI. You write in your own language by reading the whatever the AI gives. Right? That is the use of AI. Not to simply take the part of the AI, because what the disadvantage are also there. It will give some fake data. It will give also some fake reference also. So you have to again see whether the reference given by the AI is right or wrong. You have to search again. Then unexplored topic, contradictory finding, emerging research area, future research opportunity, everything you will get from the AI. Then translation of scientific literature, simplification of the technical language, then broader estimations of knowledge. So see what AI helps us. Whenever we are prepared to write any paper, we think what type of paper we should write. Now, in what way should I write? That is, in paper writing, what important factor is that sequence of presentation. That is very important. Suppose you are writing a paper on hypertension or the drug delivery system on hypertension, right? So where to start? That is very important. Because each and every paragraph of your introduction part should be linked. Otherwise, it will not accept it. Immediately, within a fraction of time or within a, by just seeing by the reviewer, you will reject the paper if there is no sequence. There should be a connection between from the first line to last line. So that this line brings you the conclusion that due to this literature review, we are going to formulate some kind of conclusions, or this review paper focus on due to some review. So that should be a lead. Whenever you are writing any paper, you should see or check the sequence of writing. That is very important. There should be a logic, otherwise it will not accept it. Next, disadvantage. AI may generate incorrect facts, fabricated references, misinterpretation of finding, outdated information. These are also there. What is AI actually? Whatever the data available is collected with the intelligent assistant. he assists us with a few fraction of second. He is assisting. Why? Because whatever the data available in the website or internet, it will collect, summarize it, and submit to you. Sometimes produce convincing what false information including non-existence article. Article there is no, there is such type of article is not there. But by assuming the area can give you. So before reading or before that, you should confirm whether this paragraph, whatever the area given, it should be again cross-checked. By go to each and every line, search in your any that is elsewhere, go to the web of science, any your academic tools. Then AI can replace scientific reasoning, logical interpretation, experimental insight, human creativity. So it cannot replace. Whatever the so AI cannot replace the human because the creativity is only by human. He will give whatever it is in the internet. This AI will give you. But critical thinking is only the human. So human is required. I will also show you one difference of human and AI. Next. So these are the AI in research and review paper research proposal. So these are the different AI tools for writing of. So here see. So here which purpose it is used? Research application review writing and application research proposal writing. So which AI tool is used for which purpose? ChatGPT. It is content generation language assessment. Application. It is brainstorm research idea. Explain concept, draft methodology, summarize the paper. Then in review paper, it will generate a literature review. It summarize. Then proposal can be done by the. These are the advantages and its purpose. Google Gemini AI-powered research. This main purpose is sort and synthesize information from multiple sources, and also it will give a data interpretation between the different types. Then coming to the Microsoft Popular, that is writing document assistant, draft reports, analyze data, Excel, create presentation. You put the data in the Excel, and it will analyze when you will upload the Excel data. Then Perplexity AI elicits, cites, the cite analysis, literature review. So these are the different applications in different purposes for funding or a research activity or a review activity. Next slide. So these concepts and connected frameworks, research rabbit, semantics, scholar will explain one by one again. So this is the formatted. So then semantic scholars, Jotero, Mendy, Endo. Next. I think this PPT to all, no problem. Then and not keep us mixing. Now academia visitor. Then and not grammar, only word, community, SCSPS, notebook L, clouds, and so a lot of techniques are there. Now it is important which AI tool use for literature, which AI use for analysis, which AI is used to write a hypothesis. We discuss in the next slide. Next. So here. Now the research activity and recommended AI tools. To activate the idea, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can use Google Gemini. Next, for literature search, you go for INSEAD, Smart Scholar, Rapid Research, then Research Rabbit, then Perplexity AI, Completion. Then coming to the literature review, again activity, INSEAD, Science, Connected Paper, Notebook, each and every course, every advantage and disadvantage. So these are the different AI tools we should use. I advise you, you should use because it will save your time. But it is that how to use that is very important. Not go any means interpretation of the result or any falsification of result in your paper. This is a ethical issue. Next is citation management. To the management of citation, it is the reference. The arrangement of the reference is very important. So you will use letter, mentally, and note. Then writing and editing, ChatGPT, Grammarly, going for. So I suggest my young faculty members, you perfect your Grammarly. 50% of your writing part will be solved. After you will write, you will suggest the grammar. So there will be not any grammatical error in your paper. So there is a big chance of acceptance in the paper. Writing and editing, ChatGPT, Grammarly, going for Microsoft, Popular, then pattern checking the best in your cognitive. So cognitive is the best software, which also that is access. The access is given to you in the institute from the university. Or you just and POD already given from your access. So proper roads, Gemini, Popular. Then presentation preparing any PPT. Take the help of your timer and right. You prepare the slides. Next. So these are the some interviews in the phone. Somebody you are opening the ChatGPT, then there will be comment right ChatGPT without clicking and put your theme. Right? You can upload you can upload your file also there, so that it will conclude. Suppose you don't want to go on the total number of 36 pages, how will it be? It will take time. You upload it and right now please find the summary of this. It will give that. So you can use this. Now the time it is highly revolving. So we have to use this highlight. Otherwise we will be behind. So few people they will go ahead. That is so, but ethically is very good. Then Claude AI is also there. So here, see, that it is mainly disadvantage can fabricate the false data. That is why this is the summary of your paper. You have to say this summary will be the AI tools. Otherwise, it will be in a falsification. Then processing the long academic document, researcher use it to summarize the journal articles, analyze reports, compare literature, draft research manuscript with current structure. That is limited direct literature base. So it is a what happened. Each and every item is in our website, but there is a limitation of use. There, taxing money. So you have to take it. So that is what our thing. You can go one paragraph like that. Somewhere one article can be uploaded. You will go for two articles, then it will demand one. Second one, to select and which AI to be subscribed. That is, you have to decide. But take one AI or the greater writing. Then next. So Gemini is a good from Google. You can get a very much good idea. There is less complication compared to ChatGPT. I think this Gemini. I just want the last stage of started. There is a James there. So you can suppose you one paper, then my manuscript. So find out the important grammatical mistake or any discussion period. So you will give it. Immediately go and remind them one. It is just your international. I am using AI, but I should not use total AI part in my manuscript. You can get it. That is important. Then AI for scientific source, elicit the features with evidence, paper comparison, then data extraction, research questions. So to get the data extract from a 50 page of manuscript, it is very difficult. You use this. So that you will get a extract the finding or summarize of the next. Next. Semantic Scholar. So it is smaller database than Google Scholar. Many papers so you can get from the Google Scholar. So you can go the Google Scholar and see your profile. Where you are. At what point you are now. See your Google profiles. So that there will be a competition mind will be developed. No, I will develop some papers so that my mind should be, I should have some satisfaction. I should have my increase the FDP like that. So you can get also many of the articles from Google Scholar. You after Google Scholar, systematic scholarship there. Then research rabbit, it is continuous literature update, excellent for PhD research. Whatever literature you want to search, you know, this research rabbit. Some up to some point it is free. And then you have to it demand money. Next. Then it is SAI space, it is simplify complex scientific articles. Suppose you are unable to understand what it is written, so you will just upload the paper, it will simplify it. Simple sentence it will give you. So to understand, to write, to make a hypothesis, to make a summary, so AI will reduce the time. Then next is your concept, that is evidence-based concepts, research summarize, scientific concepts, then the link reference. So it will give you a link reference. This article is from that reference. Then you will go to that reference, it will give what reference, behind it, everything easily. Paper form, this is also very good to add. You can go this paper form, you can write some manuscript here, put the article, name of the article, you give the article, your manuscript, keep it. It should not be directly published. Right? Next, the academic language is the purpose. Change the sentence. Because now it is detected by your talking. But if it is from paper, it will not detect. Next. It is notebook. It is also a very important. You use anybody? You use it. And you can use or write it. Upload the PDF websites, YouTube video. It will give us a even if you put the AI, whatever the YouTube is, the talk of 45 minutes, it will make it summarize and take it out. Okay, it ready. Next is here.
It makes slides.
Yes, it makes also slide. Next is, so every assisted workflow for review paper writing. So this is a workflow where you want to write the review paper. First, identify the research topic. Then, after getting the topic, literature source. Which AI tool? That is Google Scholar, Semantic Scholar. You go to Google Scholar, you can get it, highly rated. Then come to the paper discovery. You find it from literature from domain papers and research journal. Then next step is paper understanding. So SPSS, insights, and concepts. Then coming to the reference management, notes. Then coming to the data visualization, then Power BI, then Metro, then from AI tools or the software, you can use statistical, that is Python, SPSS, I think SPSS where you need in Berhampur. And now B1 use levels, Python is almost so with the B1 student will learn the Python language, SQL language, so different language we have to some language is our next student, coming student. So grammar and language, anything best is your grammar. So that is why for my young faculty member, please want to subscribe on Grammarly in your laptop. It is very good, required for it is essential for any writing. It is very less, 10,000 per year. If you subscribe 4 to 5 access will be there. So we only go to 3 to 4,000 for it. Very for us every for a year 3,000 what is the cost? But your writing will do. Next, preparation, certificate, Gemini, codes, packaging, terminating, and then submission. These are the work. Alright, review article, research. Then next. Research proposal. When you want to write research proposal, so here, when your idea is there, next is research problem identification. So everywhere in any funding, they will say, yeah, research here. Why you choose this topic? This is the action research. Yeah. So this will be identified by using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. Then it is also you by you get the gap research here. Then you go for the literature survey by using the Google Scholar, by Scholar, Purpose AI, then the literature mapping and the identification. So it is mapping between two articles. What is the difference? Now we can get connected research study and research. Then coming to the develop hypothesis. Now we have to develop hypothesis part 2 and what you want to have then it is by scientific research or expertise. So here the human is required. The critical thinking is here to get applied. Next is knowledge on the research person and objective. What is your objective of our funding is your project. Then understand the research paper, evidence, design research methodology, sample size statistical planning, also SPSS you use, then prepare timeline, project, project are there. You have to prepare a budget within 10 lakhs with the limits of 1 lakh for your installation, one is your monthly employee. You will give a detailed budget by this software. Next, coming to the item review, I will supervise review team, submission to the funding agency, proposal writing and language editing, then packaging, eligible checking. So before, whenever you are using or submitting any type of the funding or any article or any journal, before submission, you have to check the packaging similarity. It is very because now, if the packaging is more than 50%, in a thesis, particularly advanced thesis, the supervisor will be blamed. And also, you will derive from the university or any evaluation of paper. And also, the scholar has to again submit the thesis if it is more than 50%. If it is, I think, from 50 to 40 to 50%, then both scholar and your teacher are the blame. So many guidelines are there nowadays. It is very much strict about the community. You cannot copy the orders idea or the things. Next. So here, typically, what is transparency? Using the AI, if journal requirement or funding requirement is there, then you have to declare that I have to use this AI for this purpose. There must be transparency. How they will extend the why? Also, I am a reviewer of many information journals. They are advertising that whether you are using AI, there is a declaration is there. Then the second is accountability. Student fully responsible for accuracy, data representation, conclusion, reference, ethical compliance. AI assistant does not transfer the responsibility. Then research integrity. It should be honest, reporting, no publication, no falsification, no manipulation of the data. Most of the students identify in career. Accountability is there without going to any practical experiment. They are simply put a table, create a table, and put the value. It should not be there. Somebody can challenge you. You work in the lane, whatever the finding, you do 3 times. There will, if you do 3 times for the particular experiment, nobody can challenge you. You see? Then originality, AI should assist writing rather than replace intellectual contribution, novel idea, hypothesis. So this analysis introduction more originate from the researcher only, not by grade. Next. Then paper citation for protection of confidential data. When we are looking this for checking the manuscript, like I told you that because already you submitted to the AI tool for any grammatical mistake or suggestion to be added. It will be showing here, yes, so that it is very important. Protect the confidential data before publishing. When complying with official policy, you have to comply misrepresentation, application of application, or expectation, or producing misleading images. You might have heard about some scientists from Ireland. Using two same image in two paper, you are given from two and three papers have been written. And it is a same to our academic system. So that is why this is also my request or advice to my faculty member. Whenever color is giving you any figure or any image, you check two times. It is copied from another thing or not. That is very important. Originality of the figure is very important. By making sometimes what happens that color, I discussed with that scientist, that color what happens, take 30% of the image and make it 100%. But it is identified. They identified that this is the feature of that journal which is published in this issue. And this paper is written. Next. So this is the comparison of human researchers versus AI. It is creativity, it is humanly excellent where AI has limited. Critical thinking, always humanly excellent, then there is a limitation in the AI. Literature, sir, here. Then ethical judgment, by the AI. Then accountability, original, scientific discovery, no very well, AI had no scientists or the researcher having from ethics. Next. Now funding different funding agency, that is Anusandhan National Research Foundation ARC. Different schemes are there. Prime Minister Early Career Prime Minister Professional Partnership for Accelerated Innovation Research, and then Inclusivity Research Grant, Mission of Advancement of High Impact Area, Jesse was grant, then our scholar from the area. It was previously SCRB. Department of Science and Technology, that is Speech, Inspire, Technology Development Program, National Mission Project. So here university, all private and government college, academic members can apply for more. Department of Biotechnology, Biotech Research Project, Clinical Public Health, Biotech Project Survey also, Indo-Foreign Collaborative Research Working. So we able to all private entities, applicable to all private institutions, government institutions and universities. Next. Biotechnology industry research assistant is by the biotechnology education grants, then base, NESTA, SEED, LEAP, these are the different program schemes by the buyer. Then Indian Council HTML, extramural research throughout the extramural research you can apply throughout the year. All it is applicable to all scientists from faculty members from what of their PhD activity. It is mandatory for the requirement. Then the research project, young scientist scheme, Center of Advanced Research. Council of Scientific and Industrial CSIR, it is research grant, mission one project, sponsored research, collaborative research. Next, Indian Council of Social Science, IPGA, it is also applicable to all private and government colleges, all faculty members. What is it? Yes, you have. That is, here, while what the PhD is, that is point is there. In particular, the measurement project, within 2 years of the PhD. So, how you get PhD, try to get this type of project.
limitation, limited people can apply this project. Then Ministry of Science, research team, agriculture, development, Indian space research, that is ISRO, you can use also, and you can different schemes probably. Then DRDO, Defense Research and Development, DRDO projects and also some pharmaceuticals here there also, giving chance to pharmaceutical. Then in the Ministry of MSME, now idea academic open seats is open for you, it is large, you can apply. So idea it is 50 lakh, if you will get submit the proposal, prototype, you will get 50 lakh. If the prototype is or accepted by the government, you will get 1 crore. So these schemes are there. You instruct your students or us so that they submit different ideas to the different funding agency. So that not only it will be pleasure, but it is also the student also. Next. So this is my about my research team. Without collaboration, you can get good papers. So I have a lot of collaboration with NIT, then SRI Institute, NIT Andhra Pradesh, then SWA, GIS University, Kolkata, and another Vendor Doctor, RR SRI University, Chennai. So because of some work, I cannot do all these works. Some part of work they are doing, some part of work I am doing here. So my students are there. So here, so without trying to collaborate with other faculty member in another institute, you saw the facility where this work can be done. You go to there and talk to the faculty, sir. So I want to collaborate with you because this is my your topic, but I did not possible now and then. So please go for this one and you will be awesome. So in this way, you can increase your communication and increase your reputation. Next. So this is about our Prince University, having 13 schools are there. School of Engineering to School of Management, Professional, Nursing, Alliance, and Design. So each schools now being the dean of research, contact with all schools for a multidisciplinary research. Next. So thank you. This is all about my discussion. Any questions? How you think? If it is not good, then also you leave comments. And I am happy that today chairman is my teacher, sir.
So very good morning to one and all. Dr. Malti is my favorite student, and during when he continued his B.Pharm in the Colombo Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, I know he is a hard worker, and for this hard worker only today actually he reached this position. So now it is the session to ask any query or any question to him, he can clarify very nicely.
Good morning, sir. Sir, it was a very insightful talk. About the ethical consideration one slide I have said. Sir, I want to ask, when we are putting our paragraph, whatever we are writing in our originality, so if we are putting in AI, whether that originality will remain or it will change the language. And if it is so, if we are looking for the plagiarism, sir, the report is coming for the like I am trying to quill board. So every time it is showing that AI is detected.
Yes.
So
for the checking of plagiarism, some authenticity is there. You will upload in a Turnitin, nobody will see. But it will not transfer to the another any tools. But some other are there. Whenever you are uploading your manuscript, it may be declared or it may be transferred to the another AS tool.
sir, any other error is there?
That is why to check the security features of that AI is very important. So you go to Google Gemini, good secure, because Google, Microsoft, it is more authenticity than others. Don't go for Keyboard or another thing. ChatGPT is also not so safe for your data. So whenever you are subscribing, then there is some protection is there. So that is why I suggest you take it Grammarly. It is the best. Rather than you just use to get information of different AI tools, but don't give your data to any AI tool for this purpose. Because Grammarly is there, whatever you will get the summary, then you will write your own language, your language will be clarified or clear or checked by your Grammarly. So your writing will be good automatically and it is authentic.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Are the AI nowadays these humanizing tools are also we humanize each paragraph that we have generated? Each
So
is
many
it possible or is it really working like that? The humanizing tools also they show plagiarism and AI percentage.
no, they are also showing the plagiarism because if security features, you have to check the security features of that AI. That is important. A numbers of AI tools are available. Day by day, one new AI are coming in our because AI and ML. One is artificial intelligence, that is the machine learning. You search one AI tool for interpreting, a number for AI will come out. This is machine learning. So this is the selection of AI is very important. All the AI they are giving the results. Whether the result is false or true or false, you have to check with cross check, no problem. But thing is plagiarism issue. The security features is very important. We have to check the security features of all AI.
After humanizing also.
Yes, there is chance.
And
After my knowledge, I may be wrong, but till now I think that there is a chance of plagiarism.
If you have to use AI with cash
Yeah.
and without losing our
Yes, yes.
that means AI is not safe.
No, AI is safe. That means for publication, particularly publication part. But you can use in the class preparation of PPT, preparation of notes, because it will save our time.
Okay, but save of time, we have to take many cautions. Right.
Yes, caution is very good.
Right, thank you.
That is very important because your data will leak out.
Sir, in the year 2004 or 2006, the AI is not developed. That paper is also declared as the AI.
It is there. Plagiarism may be there.
No, sir. AI written.
Detect the similarity. AI detect the similarity because when we have submitted our thesis in the year of 2010, there is no any circular for university to submit our plagiarism report. Somebody when will if our thesis will be now, it will be checked then there will be plagiarism. Because in that there is no regulation. So AI now it can detect that these papers have already used the similarity.
Okay, anybody? It's good to hear from you. Now it's difficulty for statistical analysis.
Yes.
And I think this SPSS organism, it has free for 30 days. So how can it solve?
Another some software is also with me, which is free. I will send you just if you mail me. I will send you, which is free. You can do all analysis support for exam and result Here for modeling of mathematical modeling of any resolution data, yes, some free is there. My student they are using. I will send the link also.
So, in this session, regarding the artificial intelligence, how to be helpful in research field and writing of research papers and different AI tools which are applicable in a specific area. And what are the regarding the project findings, what are the things we have to focus, and actually he highlighted in a very nice manner, and the data what are represented in the PowerPoints excellent, and which will be in the present scenario, which is most important for all of us. Actually, he open our eye towards the artificial intelligence, how that will be helpful to all of us. And with these few words, once more, I believe I concluded. Once upon a time, I was a teacher for him, but today he is my teacher regarding this area. So, as I am a teacher of Mandi, I am proud to be a teacher for my this my favorite student. In their case, two my favorite students are there. One is and another Dr. Biman Panikar, who was already not with us now. He is also a good pharmacology student. So I proud for both of them, and I advise you, Dr. Mahdi, in future also, you will help all of our staff and those who are also joining this FDP for further assistance regarding the AI, and you may also help to others to carry out research work in future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Teacher cannot be a teacher, of teacher, but so always teachers are respectful, and also with the blessing of teacher we are here. I declare it is open for any collaboration what you need. I can help you up to my best. Thank you.
So I wish you a very bright future, and God bless you forever.
Thank you, sir. Once again, for your very beautiful presentation. Yes, with this, with the good intention only, we have made a MOU with Greece University. And once again, I will suggest everyone to take the best benefit of the resources and the support. Now it is a time to felicitate our research partner, Dr. Mahadisa, and for this, our Honorable Sir also took this on the dice to felicitate him. And I request our principal Usha Madam and Sorangi sir, Opera sir, to please come on the dice, and Professor Prasad, please come and we'll do the felicitation. Please. Why is that like madam? Now I request Mr. Asif Rao, Associate Professor of our institution, to introduce on this resource person, along with the discussion. Then
Good morning to one and all present here. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity. In today's educational landscape, especially in our education, with the ongoing competition from the online platform, we can say that anyone can deliver a lecture from anywhere. So, as educators, we have to take a different step or a different approach in order to match that thing. And one of the such approaches is outcome-based education. And if I want to introduce or I want to say in a single line, outcome-based education is like not what we or how we want to teach. It is about how students will learn. And obviously, this is a very deep concept and cannot be explained in one line. So, to have a better understanding of that, we have a pioneer of this field. It is my immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Alan Discourse, a distinguished academician, researcher, and visionary education leader with over 2 decades of experience in teaching, research, academic administration, and validation. Professor Vishwa holds a PhD in machine design from National Institute of Technology, Calcutta. He is currently serving as a director, internal quality assurance at IPGA and associate dean in School of Engineering and Technology, Trins University, Odisha. Throughout his career, he has made significant contribution to higher education through academic leadership, institutional development, and the promotion of quality-driven educational practices. An accomplished researcher, Professor Vishwal has published numerous research papers in Science Citation Index, Scopus, and Web of Science Index journals. Serves on the editorial board of international journals and reviewed manuscripts for various prestigious journals. His excellence in teaching has been recognized with the Best Teacher Award on 3 occasions, and he was honored with the Quality Education Leadership Award in recognition of his outstanding contributions to academic innovation and educational leadership. As the director of IPGA, he has been instrumental in implementing outcome-based education (OBE), advancing the National Education Policy 2020 initiative, strengthening accreditation and validation processes, and fostering innovative teaching learning practices that enhances institutional excellence. Today, we are privileged to have him with us, sharing valuable insights on the importance, approaches, and benefits of outcome-based education. Dear faculty members and delegates, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Alan Discourse on the desk. I will take that start session. Thank you.
Respected Mr. Business Officer,
my fellow member, Dr. Mohanty, all the senior faculty members, and my fellow members present here. So it is an immediate privilege, and I feel honored to be a part of this particular faculty development program. Because people to be involved in teaching pedagogy, basic and advanced research and applications of intelligence information. My topic is something different, that is OB bridge builder. The connecting point of outcomes. So before I just moving on this topic, let's have a little bit of discussion about that. Why I'm choosing this particular topic and why it is so made for in the present scenario with all the hands. Because as far as this particular topic, that is OBE, that is information services, almost all the academic agencies, just like if you are looking at all the academic agencies like NAAC, which is National Assessment Accreditation Council, the NBA, the Board of Academics, even the PCI, almost all the academic process, even the PCI, all the things, they are very much are there focusing on the fundamental parameter that is OBE. The question is why this particular thing? The thing is that we all are belong to the same category, that is called the teaching category. And we are dealing with students, we are dealing with the future brains. So the part of this particular OBE plays a very crucial role in the present scenario. How the students are being dealing in the present scenario of the teaching and learning process. So as Sarah has already mentioned, that what students will learn, that is the prime aspect of the present scenario. But the process whatever just following day-to-day activities of teaching learning process, still in the traditional. But thing is that whenever we are imposing OBE, so it is not a traditional, but rather it is something different, who is generally being associated with not only to this particular that is the state, not only to this country, but it is generally moving outside of this country. Because students, suppose somebody is going to do a master's or doing some PhD that is abroad, then this particular OBE parameter is very much essential. They will be asked that whether this OBE framework is being associated with their curriculum or not. If so, then they will be committed to join this particular the master classes of PhD. So before that, I am just starting the slide of this particular one. So it will be good for everyone. So the topic is OBE bridge builder. So my first thing is just looking at this particular thing. If you are looking at this particular thing, you are finding out some of the dots of it. Red, green dots are there. But this entire system is basically dealing with the entire curriculum part. So how does this particular process is going on? So the first one is the process. So here we are looking at this part. Any student, when you are joining any of the higher education institution, they are coming over from starting from. The subject matter is being taught to them. These are called the courses. Now, these courses are generally being run by certain programs. So if you are looking at the program, suppose pharmaceutical is the program. Like when belong to the ANJ, this is a program. So that means the student has to go through number of courses. Now, this program, it is not very fixed to a particular program. There is a programs are also running in certain institutions. Whenever 2-3 programs are running in a particular institution, then this is generally governed by one of the important aspects of the department. The department that is handling the program. Program will constitute a number of courses. Now, if you consider a group of departments, then the entire institutions or the schools are committed. In our case, it is university, we are discussing with schools. And in your particular case, this is college institute or colleges, whatever it is. Number of institutes or schools, wherever they gather together, for the university. So the entire parameters is basically dealing with the systems of the university. It is a long term. It is not a single step. It is not an overnight journey. It is a journey from the courses to getting this particular university curriculum, or they are moving past from this university or getting the certificates. It is the important concept for students. So the thing is that there is next important parameter coming. What we are doing. So for this case, the OBE is the most significant which is included in the higher education institution, almost all the higher education institutions across the globe. It is not only India, across the globe. Suppose right now we are just talking about between any type of the internet explorer or just searching any Australian university.
Very any cost contribution from universities. If you are looking at the course curriculum, you are also finding out the same OBE should be included. Otherwise, the curriculum is generally it's a null and void curriculum. So my next point is that when you are talking about this OBE, autonomous education system, it is basically dealing with number of things. But here the particular four important parameters. The higher kind of parameter is that it is the student-centered teaching learning method. It is not the teacher-centered. It is student-centered. So student-centered teaching learning methodology it creates some different environment, different ecosystem, so that the students can easily learn. The second one is the course delivery. Course delivery, not the courses or the not the syllabus whatever it is delivering, it is to design. It is not prepare. It is actually design. How the course delivery of how the course is being designed. That is the important aspect of course delivery. The next one is acceptance. How the students are getting access. So the students are after going through this lecture classes, some number of things they are affecting the exam. Just like examination exam or international exam or maybe a year-round exam. But the assessment parameter plays a crucial role in order to get the OB inclusion in that class. Last but not least, the measuring is student performance. The performance can be measured by means of the outcome. It is not the how much marks they secure. It is that how you teach the students and what the law. So, last but not least, over here you can see that it is not what we teach. It is that what students actually learn. So that is the important aspect of the OB. Now, the next one is that whenever you are looking at the aspect, somebody will ask, it might be questions will be asked in our mind. Why this autonomous education system is required? We are just going to the classes, teaching the students, giving the notes or something like that. Lot of even you know that lot of there is a systems are there. And the students can access their particular the notes of the teacher. Lot of things are there. You have WhatsApp groups, you can send notes. Also, they can be lectures from the Coursera or maybe lectures from different platforms are also there. They can get lectures from there. Now, why OB is required in the higher institutions? So there are certain aspects of it that is the students in the campus and already have to. If the assessment then is really down, your assessment can be effective so that the students will know how the assessment process is really going. A teacher should also be very much focused on their assessment. There is skill development. So this skill development is a very crucial one over here. How does the skill of the individual students can be developed from one level to the other? Then the system. So any students who those who have been covered with all parameters, because whatever I just tell you, whenever the students are getting certificates, it is not certificates, it is called as transcripts. So if you are looking at the transcripts, so you can find out how many selections are there, what is the total credit point, each and individual courses, how much credit he or she has scored, it is available. So the transcripts generally indicates the rural economics. If you are looking 2 decades before the inclusion of the OBE, just find out. The syllabus or whatever the courses it is being taught to the students, whatever the certificates they are getting, it is not recognized by the organization, those who are not been OBE. Or it is not the organization that are not been associated with this sort of. Just like giving a simple example, there is a accord that we developed in the 90s, that is called Washington Accord. Hopefully, you might have heard this word. It is called Washington Accord. In this Washington Accord, there are 7 countries that there. Whatever the courses the students is being taught in their particular university, whenever the students are coming out from this any university, in this particular 7 countries, they can get their education. After they master of their doctorate degree, they can get on without doing any extra additional parameter. That is the course. But if the particular, if you are looking at the present scenario, of 10 years before you are looking at Indian scenario. Any students, whenever they are getting the certificate, whenever suppose somebody is going to do any of the master courses in abroad, suppose they are going to India and they are going for courses over there, they have to do or they have to again restudy the particular courses for your 6 to 8 months. Whenever they are clearing the exam, they will go on and they have to do the so that particular parameter is very average presence. The transcript will indicate there. Most of the pattern is being taught. It is a OBE framework. Then only the students can easily access and they can get the certificate of the transcript. Do any type of mix or any type of things across the group. So that is called global things. So whenever we are going for any employment parameter, they will ask this one thing, how your syllabus will be designed. Whether the students are not this thing or not. Because employment if I am not getting the students, or whether the students are getting a job, they are not asking that what you know, question is how you. They know only that they ask this particular thing. How you know this particular thing? So that is important. So that indicates this mobility. So last one is not this, with the holistic development. A student wherever and wherever he is last place. The holistic development will be definitely encouraged in this piece. So these are the three concepts why this movie is required to be presented. Now, if you are looking at the different components of the particular in our ecosystem, that is our teaching faculty, we have syllabus, we have classes, we teach to the students. So when you are looking at the syllabus plays a very significant role. Because if we say that we do have a university, the university has given the syllabus, just teaching students. It is not like that. Whenever the syllabus is being designed, so there will be some key members are there. There will be some senior members, there will be some board members will be there. You know that committee members will be there. So even though they are very much sophisticated in the academics and parameter, still there is some background. So that is the role of a teacher. Like this would encourage, let's not find out that whatever the syllabus is being given to me, the syllabus is appropriate for the students. So for this case, there are not that is the OB parameters there. So one important OB parameter of course, whatever the subject is taught, it is called as course. Because most of the academic parameters, they will never accept this word of subject. They will accept the word course. So for this case, there will be some core concepts. When you are looking at any syllabus, you have to course, objectives, course outcomes, like that things are there. So course then will indicate the subject, whatever is being studied in the school. Then there is a program, whose program suppose somebody is doing B.Pharma. So B.Pharma is a program. But whenever the courses are being taught, pharmaceutical suppose one of the course is there, so this is it. So like the standard system, then there are use program outcomes. Program outcome is generally a standard procedure. Near about 10 to 12 program outcomes are given in engineering. But in your case, hopefully, it is also I think in our university, maintain is 12 number of years. So this indicates that whenever the student completing their graduating from any of the colleges of the university, they should know why I am studying this 4 years of diploma courses or BTech engineering courses or something. So that indicates what is the program. They should know what is meant for. Why I am doing, suppose I completed my BTech in mechanical engineering. Why did I get this particular? So that has to be edited. So there are a lot of program outcomes are there. And not this is the program basically outcome. So during this process, you have some specific. Suppose you have program outcomes, suppose 10 number program outcomes are there. You have to make this specific. Suppose whenever you design this thing, you are telling that the different students will get, there are about 70% of students will get employability this thing. So this is the program system. So out of this, our rest 30 students or rest 30% students, this will get the develop their own company. Or then you can say they will not educate. So like this, these are specific outcomes. Suppose another specific outcomes in that group, syllabus they are studying or whatever the courses it is being studied with them. After the completion of the course, during the 4 year diploma or 2 years of diploma, any program that the students are being taught. Suppose like 80% of students should be passed from this particular process in this academic or program courses or program. So these are called specific programs which will be very much confident. So out of this program outcome and program subsidiary, so these are basic two. So these are the key components of this OBE. Remember dealing with this all things apart from your curriculum. So these are the 7 important parameters which is very much essential for any of the faculty as well as the program coordinator as well as the deans or the principals of this any organization dealing with all things. So first one is the university vision mission. When I tell that I went to business chamber, so I find out one there, vision is there, 2 boards are there. I find out vision is there. So the vision and mission is not meant for the putting it in the just one. There is some important aspect of how it is needed. Why this vision is needed? So vision is a long-term statement. That means within this 10 years, this institute is going for because of things we have to achieve. So in order to achieve this vision, I have to go through number of missions. 2-3 missions are there, 4 missions are there. So through this mission, the missions are determined procedures. How I am just achieving like this. To get this from mission. So university vision or this institute vision is the important aspects. Key important aspects. Next one is the department. Whatever the departments is running, suppose 4 to 5 departments. So their vision is. So individual vision is. So suppose in the pharmaceutical, I have to say that students will going for the university program. Next 2-3 years, we have got majority of the students will go for the interdisciplinary research or maybe education, or maybe they have to have that industry. Whatever it may be. It should be very much confident. So that vision is something the department will be asking for. Then it is a program expense objective. Then it is a program outcomes, program outcomes. When you are looking at this particular second parameter, kind of outcomes are there. Program outcomes, like this, 3 outcomes are there. So these outcomes are generally measurable quantity. You can measure it. So once it is being measured, then you can easily analyze it. So you can easily analyze the entire system. Whether my students are getting wrong or they are not getting wrong. Or simply coming over here, just taking this. So that is the important question over here. The outcomes are always a measurable quantity. So that has to be. Now, whenever you are just measuring this value, it's all as. So when you are doing academic, you have to move from the bottom level to the top level. That is post outcome attainment task, then is the program outcome attainment, then program specific outcome attainment. So I have to reach to the result attainment. So whenever your result is attained, then you can say that yes, my institute or my college is already reaching outcome. Then we go for the next step. I'm giving the simple example. I have been working more than 2 decades in one institution. So whenever I joined in this, it was college. So we just moving the transformation from the college to the automotive system, from automotive system to the university. It is not an overnight process. It is a systematic and step-by-step process to which we have been associated with this paradigm. I have been completely engaged in the system. I have given all the presentations, all the documentations. So IPGA is made for that. So whenever I was in the college, at that time in the year of 2008, 9 or 10 or 11, I had this years. At that time, OB was not there. But we are focusing that vision and mission statement very recent. That one day we will go for the outcome. It might be 10 years, it might be 20 years, it might be 10 years, whatever. But we will go for this autonomous institutional class. So that we do have a, that is the, you can say, capability of preparing our students according to us. Not according to me, it's according to us. How the students are getting it. Just like I am just giving the example in your college. The questions are being made from the university. They are not preparing questions. But with the autonomous, we are going for autonomous, we are preparing the questions by yourself. It doesn't mean that we are degradating the quality. Indicate that but students will have the actually this particular aspect. They should feel that yes, I have done this kind of the details of something of the program from this institution. Confidence is regular with it. It doesn't mean that it's all people will get in touch. So then again the question mark of quality. So we go for the step by step. So from this autonomous to the university, again another because also a 20 years journey, we do have an IPGA, Institutional Development Plan. So based on this thing, we are proceeding step by step, step by step. Now our next journey is something different. So we'll go for the academic. Almost all the people, all the bachelor program will go for the academic. So these are the process or these are the outcomes, whatever we are doing, or the results, whatever we are doing. So that is the thing, whatever I was doing. I was trying to have a linkage actually. So this time of giving one of the important parameters. Just to tell me more into So this is one of the syllabus. That is I'm just showing to myself is not your problem actually. So I have taken a course that is called mathematics instruction. Second semester. So it was a 4-year courses in 7th semester and 4th year I taken this. I think the syllabus whatever it is being written to you or shown to you. The content is written empty. I think almost all of the syllabus also written empty. Equally. This lecture class is generally given to that means weekly and to take 2 classes. So it is the time of 2 classes will be there. Now how will this credit point is from? Anybody have any idea how this credit point will be allocated? When it goes. I think it is 2 classes and therefore it is credit point. Thing is that as far as NCR, that is the national credit point. So this is the again this is the UGC accredited part. In national credit point, 15 hours theory classes will be. So if it is a 30-hour credit class, if I am taking the whole syllabus, it is of 30 hours, then it will be credit will be 2. If it is of more than that, 45 hours, then credit point will be 3. If it is of 60 hours, then credit point will be 2. Unless another way, the structure will be from the null and void condition. So here, credit point is 2. I do have to cover all my syllabus within 30 hours. So if you are just looking at this part. So this is the fourth objective. I could have 4 course outcomes. So just looking at the module 1, it is 10 hours. So 10 hours, module 2 is 8 hours, like this, 18 hours. Then it is another 6 hours, 18 plus 6, 24 hours. And then 6 hours, 44 plus 6, 30 hours. So 30 hours may be. It should not be less than 30 hours. If it is 29 hours. So that part I am just going there, it is designed. Is not prepared. So we have to design your syllabus. This is not one of the autonomic power, particularly getting into the autonomous or the institutions. So that autonomy do. That is going to going over. The books are there, the reference books are following. The reference books also they can find out from the library, giving the notes to the students. The notes are there also to have elements, we have exclusive elements over there, we have analysis. All you have to do. So that is the one thing I just want to show you this. Okay. So whenever your course outcomes are there like this, or whatever you think, no problem. So next one is the course outcome here. So I do have 4 course outcomes. One of the important key concepts over here. We are putting 4 course outcomes for every course in engineering. That is one of the important aspects. Suppose we do have 18 number of programs are there. 18 number of programs, each program has we are about 50 to 52 number of courses are there, complete 160 or 168 credit. So whenever the students are getting certificate, they have to appear 52 exams. Particular age. Each course has to be of 4 numbers. If it is 5, then there will be 2. Why is the problem? So every course, so that is the autonomy that every course has to be 4 number of course. So whenever the course Again, another important aspect. So here I have writing four important statements. Suppose I am reading this Q1. Explain the principal concept of smart meter hyperoptics, that is electro-reusable, and there is a magneto-reusable and smart meter applications. So that is my first statement, that is CO1. So whenever writing this CO1, just look at the one with board thing is there, one with how I am using board. So this explain is coming from one with Bloom's tax. The question is what is the Bloom's tax? Bloom's taxonomy plays a very crucial role in designing your course outcomes as well as the question paper. Suppose I am just giving simple example. What is A plus B Bloom's tax? Suppose a simple mathematics, A plus B question. S plus B square plus 2. Coming on a remaining. Second question, same question can be repeated in a different way. How we can define, how we can find out A plus B question? So this is coming under understanding. If the students don't know how to define the meaning of square, he or she cannot find out the answer. Now apply it. Suppose A is equal to minus 300, B is equal to 500, then what will be the square of the two things, or additional of two things, or minus square of two things. So that will be the apply. And analyze it. Analyze level question will be how you use or analyze the A plus B whole square in the real world. Where you use, suppose I am standing over here, suppose I am talking by using the microphone here. How you use A plus B whole square over here? There are not a big number of people there standing over talking to you. How are you using this particular method to take this? So that is called as analysis. Then coming to evaluate. So that will be the order of the questions, or you can say the systems of the questions will be more and more and more.
Sorry for the interruption. We welcome our respected Professor Mari Roja Madam, Controller of the Examinations, OUHS, Bhubaneswar. Welcome to our college, madam. She is always associated since decades with our college, and every time we feel fortunate to get her. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
So what I was showing you, so these are the statements. Using the Bloom's taxonomy, you can use the CO statements over. Now about assessment part. What about the students and how the students are getting assessed? So you do have a mid-semester exam, or maybe you can say eight-semester exam, or maybe year-round exam. Okay, assessment pattern is something different. So I just want to know whether your protocol mid-semester exam is there, or intermediate also. So if you are doing the mid-semester examination, so suppose it is a 3 months of post graduation, and you are doing the mid-semester examination at a meeting. Suppose at a meeting of 1.5 months during the mid-semester exams. Then the questions will be asked by the teachers, and the students will attempt the exams. So mid-semester exam, I think almost all the syllabus are not covered. Whether it is covered or not, not covered. In any of the university, I think it is not covered. Now, question is for 8th semester exam. In this syllabus, individual corner has to be covered by the teacher, so that the students would know the syllabus structure, what is going to write in the answers. So that is the 8th semester exam. Now, independent mid-semester examination and 8th semester examination, there is another assessment there. That is what is continuous learning. Continuous examination is a continuous process. From the beginning or from the starting of the next semester to the end of the next semester. To do the assignments, give the assignment to the students, they will give the assignments to you. The assignments are generally evaluated. You are giving the surprise test, or the students are attending any kind of surprise test, maybe quiz test, any kind of things. Or maybe your real world applications, you can give some process to the real world applications like this. So assessment, the continuous assessment plays a very crucial role. From the mid semester examination to the 8th semester examination. So that is one of the. So that assessment, the OB framework we are using, it is called as give it a name as that. Now, whenever the teacher completing its course, students are happy on the examination. But whether the students learning a particular course, simple community classes, sitting in the classes, and practicing the classes, it is the traditional method of teaching. Now, for this case, you have to do some another indirect assessment. So this indirect assessment is for course exit feedback. For every course, whatever the courses or whoever the courses are taking for their particular semester, for that particular year, we have to take the feedback. So giving 10 or 12 hour posting. So the students are giving this back. You have to analyze this. So the IPC role over there, we have some analyzing errors. For every course, so let me tell you that in the previous year in the university, we have conducted near about 3,680 number of feedbacks. For all the semester, all the things, across the 12 schools, not only 12 schools, also the other 3 institutions are also there. So all of them we are doing feedback in the previous semester. This semester also it is running, it is going on. And every faculty member will get a feedback score. I think almost all the faculty members know that what is the meaning of feedback score. The student have up to 4 scores, but feedback score is supposed to be 20. That means I can understand that feedback score is good. Those students who are faculty members who are getting less than 3, or the point is below 3, then they will be for any kind of thing. That is a discontinuous. It is not you can tell that no, your feedback score is less in the previous. It is not like that. So we are dealing with discussion. They have to just you can say essence program. So that notice will be coming. So the assessment is generally direct assessment and the indirect assessment. We will take it account for any time. We never do for the outcome of the education system. So again, this is important parameter. CU is getting access. One is the direct assessment and the indirect assessment. In direct assessment, we are giving some weightage. So we are giving weightage of 70%. So in OB, weightage percentage is given the important aspects. Right now, what we are teaching, most of the traditional that we are teaching, we are giving the weightage only 100% of the direct assessment. That is, whenever the students are writing anything in the script or answer script, not only given to or getting the data. So indirect assessment is generally being used just to encourage them happening in which field or in which corner. So that is the purpose of the indirect assessment. Not to the basic handling that no feedback is there. It is not that. So we are giving weightage of 70% for the direct assessment and 30% for the indirect assessment. And that is generally being decided by IPC. It is not decided by the team, it is not decided by the head department. IPC is decided this for the particular, if it is providing 70% of what is the analysis, the next step suppose they are increasing to 80%, what is the analysis? So that analysis IPC will do this. Now, in the direct assessment, if you are looking at the mid-semester evaluation, continuous assessment and year evaluation. So we are giving the mid-semester evaluation of 30% weightage, continuous assessment 10% weightage, year semester we are giving 60% weightage. So again, this particular percentage of weightage is also segregated field. So whenever the students are appearing in quiz stage, whether he or she appear or not, they will be given to the problem. And that particular thing can be answered for the whole of the student. It is not that individual student. For both of them, it is not the whole students. So the whole student is now suppose you have a laboratory course. So this is the laboratory course. To have a performance record of time. So that might be changed according to our regulations, we change repeatedly. So it was a what that is the giving performance for. So performance is there. Suppose the student only for the laboratory. What are the things or what is the student he or she has done after he or she is learning classes. So performance is generally 40%. Record whatever the record that, but it is not that the record they have written the record something is. Every day record has to be checked. That has to be every day. And next one is the virus, because is the final one, or maybe the every experiment at the end of the experiment we have to do the so virus we are getting better. Based on this thing we are giving the post assessment of the lab. So if you are looking at the entire parameter, we are moving to the 3 different stages. The first stage is that is what between level 3 academic and academic. Whenever any course is being allotted to you by your faculty department or by the research or matter or by any authority, then the faculty tax is there. So is the completely the faculty tax. The first thing is that allotment of the courses, that courses will allotted to me as a faculty school. We might depend on COP or PSU matrix is the first and most important. that we are doing CO, PO, PSO matrix. Next one is the assigning the target value for the CO of the particular course and giving a target value. Suppose my target value is 75% of the students who secure more than 80% of marks in this particular semester. That in that target value. So that is my target value. Then this is the preparation of the handbook, PPT of classes, whatever the notes are prepared. This is the base for academic. The second stage is the middle stage. Middle stage is from the beginning of the class to the end of the class. So the class taken by different pedagogy, multiple assessment, experiments or evaluation, course experience, all the things are generally taken care of during this course. Third phase is very important. It's called result analysis, application of CO, attainment and comparing with the target value, preparation of the action plan based on the gap analysis, application of PO attainment, for all lot of things are there. Feedback analysis. So for PO attainment, you are getting 3 feedbacks: alumni feedback, internal feedback, as well as program feedback. And that is the final year students will give the feedback. So when you are the final year students, leading the institution, that is the on the for the completion of that program, they have to give the feedback. So that feedback we are just taking over there. And preparation of the action plan based on the gap analysis of the PO. And based on this thing, we can find out what is my action plan for the next activity. So that third stage is very crucial and very important for any kind of implementation. So if you are looking at the attendance, promise of I so Excel slide. I do have prepared an Excel slide. I can show it there. So that we can easily access it. So these are the steps I can do this. So I'm showing it in Excel sheet, but right now we are using exclusive ERP system. We do have exclusive ERP. Every faculty member has access to their ERP. They are putting all the things inside this ERP. Those faculty members who are not putting all, then it will come to the address and it will give you possible network to them. If you are not on solve to solve, they have to make this. Again, I am telling you, whatever the question letter, whatever it may be, it is not meant to be. That is because the negligence. Might be there some having some overduty from other places, so that's why they are not included. But there is that everybody or every type should include in their office. So here I am going to the Excel sheet. So if you are looking at the Excel sheet, you can find out over here. So we do have here now going on PO, CPSO in that particular. So I am doing three things: 1, 2, and 3. So while that indicates a slide on the low relevance, who is the moderate relevance, and who is the high relevance sequence. So whenever this matrix is being prepared, so that is the very important aspect. You have to write it in the left hand side and the top column from the top side. You can say the each individual column. All the program numbers on the is with the. So putting at PO1, PO2, PO3 like that. PO2. So if you are looking at the PO2, it was the publishing problem. That is the problem. You can know that why this problem is variations are from each individual. Applicable as well. So here you are looking at the class problem and giving one. That means Q statement. Q statement. My Q statement was suppose linearly analysis. Because there is less than according to me. Suppose somebody will tell that what is it be relevance. Then they also tell it. Somebody says no, sir, relevance is very high level. You can put it. Yes, you can. No, not. So that is the post PO matrix or CO PO PSO matrix. Is allotted to me. I have prepared this thing. And it is according when I have the head of the department, so that it can be kept in the record. That is from the very beginning of this. So whenever you are putting this code, some of the elements is not putting as you can put it 0 because that's why the appraisal process is considered. You put it as blank. So that blank is very important. If you are looking at this platform, like PO1 is low relevance, CO1, high relevance with CO3, very less relevant with CO4. Similarly, I prepared this matrix. It is not mandatory that every column has to be filled. Every column is filled with your syllabus is properly designed. I think even IPGA and NAAC syllabus is not properly designed. no syllabus perfectly designed thing. It is always to be always to be so, according to me, whenever I have gone to this level, you know that I have now, this particular parameter, this particular parameter line, so numbers are here. So these are the averages of I'm giving a simple example here. That is 1. Here is there is no here. Here is 3. Here is 1. So 1 plus 3, 4 plus 1. Have you divided it? It is not 4, it is 3. So that is called the input and aspect. It is not 4. Because these are the cells, all the cells. So you cannot say it is a weighted average. You just find out the average of the two cells. So 3 plus 1 plus 1, that is 5 divided by 3. Then only you will get 1. So that is the proposal and suppose somebody says, okay, this is 3, this is 3, this is 3. Or this is also 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. 12 divided by 3. All so 2, 2, 2, 8 divided by 4. Somebody knows no, it is only 2. But this target is blank. So 2 divided by 1. This 2. So like this, the matrix is relevant. Why this relevant so? I will tell you the next sentence. Because already I have told you all the outcomes are really measurable. Every outcome can be easily measured. So the CO1 can also we can measure. How to measure? This is the matrix. Now the next one is my assessment and target value. So I have given the assessment and target. So this is what I have told you. 30% of the matrix. Then this is valid 10%. Definition I am giving 60%. If you are looking at overall assessment, you will calculate of products. So I can get 70% and indirect. This is my target value. So how this target value is used and so greater than or equal to 70%, it is I am just looking at the number that is highly relevant. Then greater than 50, less than 70, 60, and less than 50 is one. All the processes, all the aspects, right? And then given an example of a mixture exam, some of the students are including marks. So these are the factor is the roll numbers. Just looking at this thing. So these are the best number of roll numbers of my students whom I got taught to students in the classes. So when you have the measuration of questions being asked, my particular example has asked me to prepare a question through it. So I have prepared the question. So in that question itself, I have used two important things. One is the contextual question. Second thing is that how does this CO is relevant to this particular question? So my question number, so that is 10 number of questions. Question 1 is similarity to different. So that is 12 number of questions from CO1. If you are looking at the question, the IPGA will check this particular thing whether the teacher has something randomly or the questions is randomly prepared like that. That is the role of it. You will check that particular. So my question number 1 was the objective one. 1 mark. So this will belong to Q. Similarly, question number 7, having back is fine. It is a Q. Similarly, you can find out all of this. So these are the total marks. The difference between control by service. So the consider why looking is for one number. So these are the marks what are the students are secured, which are then reflected in the answers. So I have just meditate it and just write it down and put it over there. So that is the important concern of the teacher. So what is happening? If you are looking at any one of these particular students, suppose 2 3 4 roll number, last 3 pages and 2 3 4 roll number. Yes, after question number 1, yes, after question number 2, okay, after question number 7. Out of 5 people, already you see what 4 marks. Similarly, it doesn't factor any of the 80% or 5 number question, 90%, 2%, 4%, 6%. So out of 40, you got 12. So that is the mark is 6. Let's take place of pattern. Case of pattern will come in. Now, whenever my question 1 is being asked in the form of Q1, how many number of students are attended to this? So, total are 43 number of students, 32 number of students happy with the question. Rest, 11 or 12 number of students are not happy. Similarly, the question number 2 or whatever the question is in there, Nobody has active. Similarly, next question. Similarly, you can find out number of students have attended the courses. Next one is that number of students above the threshold. Threshold height I have given 70%. Suppose my question mark is high, so threshold height will be 3.5. How many number of students have secured above 3.5? So out of 32, all the students have secured 32 as 4.5. So if somebody is giving the answer, giving the direct formula. If there is a point mark is there, if somebody secured 0.5, then it will not count. So that is your 70% of mark is 0.7. So 0.7 mark above the student, then the written. But looking at this one. So question number this one. Question number 7. Mark of slide. Mark of slide means 70% like threshold level 70%. That means the students those are secured above 300. They are learning counted. So out of 50 students, those are 11 number of students are secured above 300. So like this, I was calculating for this particular aspect. Now, what is the portion of students above this? Find what is the portion of students. If it is above 70%, then I have to assume that you can find that 100% means it is 3, 0 means it is 0, 73.33 means it is 3, 33.33 less than 50%. Well, similarly, all the values are there. Now, finding out what is my CU attainment object particular research and exam object particular question is this one plus this one plus this one divided by 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 divided by 4 here. Even the question of that, nobody has attempted it. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7 divided by 2. So this is my course from attended of that particular course. Similarly, I do have assignment. Even the assignment, similarly, I have surprise test. Similarly, I have quiz test. Similarly, I have credit exam. All the things, whatever I have taken the assessment part, I have written one. Now, only all the I know this seat. So, how are we using internal assessment that the research mechanism and looking at the value generation. Similarly, assignment supply solution, what is the value generation? Similarly, experiment, every handle. Now my target is 30% of internal assessment, then this 10% of market assessment, and 6% of external assessment. I am getting a direct object now. So I have taken the review from students. It is not by me, it is by the IPGA system. They are taking the figure. They have given me text. 2.6, 2.6, 2.5, and 2.6. It is relevant to all the courses. Individual courses, how it is relevant to this CO, everything that mentioned over. Now, the 60% of the 70% of 2.16 and 30% of 2.6. So that is my attainment value of all the Q1 services of that particular course, in that particular activity. So whenever I am putting my target value as initially I will be equal to 90%. Maximum value of 3 is 50%. That is after all my targets. Similarly, suppose the students contact solution 6 number of courses is being studied at that particular all 6 courses. This average attainment by getting 2.3 because putting all the accelerator. Very beginning I am doing this PSO calculation. The average value is 2.6 divided by 2. You will get a Q attainment of that particular course. Only Q is for program. For that course, I am just spending. That means the course whatever is being taught by students by me, smart material instructions. These are the Q attainments. Similarly, suppose there are only 40 courses or 50 courses will be there for one academic year. All courses have to make some formula. Then you take the average, a lot of assessments will be there, analysis will be there. Then you can find what is the program. Then your attainment, your attainment, both attainment. So this is one part. So whatever I told you, whatever I told you, number of days are left, one step, you attended, everything is related. The final thing is that if my target is not achieved, so there will be two different complaints. Suppose somebody will say like, why you have not tossed or have not achieved my target. So that is the thing. If your target, suppose I have given a target of 100. If it is my one, this is less than 100. So preparation level, yes, the students are not after the exams, like it not the student with less marks. So what will happen? Is the attendance value, is the direct value? If it is yes, what will happen? If it is not, if it is yes, in my case, it is yes. No action plan for I have to prepare for the action. But whoever technical classes, so the HOD lesson, whoever technical, they should read this thing. So it was 1.5 is the previous thing. This year, we give it 55. That is 1.6 cycle. He or she will automatically do this. Now, if my target is relaxed, what are the steps you have to take? I will try to intact for the next activity. That value matter will be that 50% is 50%. Now, question is here. Sometimes sometimes suppose I am doing one quiz test or one sub test. You have to increase more for the test activity. At that point, most of the faculty are asking this question. Sir, suppose next year, students will change, faculty will change. Then, the entire thing, it is not for the teacher faculty, it is for the course faculty. Because design is also that one of the CO is not whoever may be the teacher or whoever may be the instructor giving the instruction. So, for the course, we are designing this CO attainment of the course, not the faculty. That so these are the things. So all the stability are competing, then you can find it. Now this point of this particular thing. So let me have a 15 minutes. I will discuss my university where I belong. We have proved this university as a competitive lesson. And with being research, it's dealing with all equal students. I'm dealing with the particular that what I can say that is the IP system, the director of and political. The all equal schools, I do have the responsibility because I cannot accept the things very easily. Because whenever I will assign this particular that is the role and responsibility will decided. You cannot accept it easily unless it is not been analyzed from. So if you are looking at this epitome of this particular university, the year of 1999, the university has been established. The foundation thing is an input at we do have 90+ acre land that is in our university's campus. We have well number of schools in the Bridge University. Apart from this one, 3 schools are also the 3 institutes that are there. That is IP, that is you can say Independent Institute, but the Professional Science College. Another is the Bridge Autonomous, which is a Polytechnic. Because the Polytechnic Institute, which are generally autonomous, and all the programs are generally accredited. So that is the 15 number of things we are dealing with the we do have recently, or right now, we do have more than 78 programs that are dealing with 78 cross programs. This year it is around 80 programs that are dealing. 30,000 students are already being completed from this university from 1999. And this university was established in the year. Multidisciplinary, very much focusing on this particular research part, academic part. Lot of things are there. It is a amalgamation of all. It is not that only the technical students are teaching or reading or almost all the students are different faculties. All the students are generally in Sindhi Mandala. So that is me. So this is my chamber of this chamber of we do have established of IP system in the university in the year 8 IP system in the year 2017 onwards I was coordinator in the issues so that Constituent College of Accredited College, which was our debut at that time. So recently, when was established in 2024, I do have exclusive 20 number of members. Even DSS are also one of the member of IPGA. So we do have a lot of meetings. We are not just doing meetings. We have a lot of protocols. First, I can say the active management audit we are doing recently. We are going for this audit of all the programs. All the 7 programs we will do. So these are the previous classes. Apart from this one, there are a lot of things. All the accreditation process are dealing with all the accreditation process. So we do have exclusive members, and fortunate enough, Dr. Mohanty as well as similarly number of faculty members are there who are with, so that we combinedly are taking as a team spirit to develop this university from one level. So if you are independent of ping me at the time, so that's what thank you everyone for patiently listening. Please, you can.
Thank you, Alok sir. Beautiful presentation. On behalf of our family and all the delegates from this FDP, we would like to thank you. And this session was chaired by our Professor Ranjan sir, and I will invite him to continue, and then after our resource person, Alok sir.
Good afternoon, all. So this setup is nicely given by research person, Professor Alakan Vishal sir. And it said how always the research system, how it is committing to the institution, what are the outcomes are there, how we are assessed the students, we are all hope that these parameters will be helpful to all the faculty members and to maintain this in our institutions and organizations, which will be helpful for any accreditations in the NAAC or the FDP, or we can go for the PCA or the PCA, all these things will be there. So now the session is open for any questions that will be there. Sir will be any questions from the participants? Microphone.
As a teacher, listening this Bloom taxonomy of this, it is actually more interesting, but it is more difficult to use. So, is there any software available so that we can easily, accurately, we can input it on?
Exactly, sir. We want to be ready. So, absolutely. Thank you for raising this question actually. So, whenever I came across this particular OBs a couple of years before, this is also. We have also the same thing. So, is there any shortcut to reach that particular what is the outcome? And also, we are using one of the important platforms that is called Excel, particularly just only Excel. So, a lot of formulas I have gone through YouTube, number of trades, lot of solutions from the senior. So, actually, we are using the Excel sheet for that. So, what will happen? I got a very tremendous amount of questions by the NAAC team or the NBA team at the time in the year of 2023. Also, I faced one of the important questions. How you prepare that? So, I just prepared it, sir. We prepared it by using Excel. So, using Excel. So, they are telling me that I am a draftsman. You know, sir, I am a coordinator. So, it is not the duty of the coordinator. As a teacher, how to prepare this? So, in that particular thing, so when you open that, actually, there are a lot of mistakes. So, my attainment parameters 3, all these. So, I several times I discussed this thing with my faculty member, even the behavioral also I have discussed the same thing with my faculty member. And whenever the attainment is 3 for all the things, that is CO1 attainment is 3, CO2 attainment is 3, CO4 is 3, all the things. Then what is the talent areas of the individual student of their particular parent? That means you are telling that as if you are reaching this problem, that means all the structural syllabus is there, or syllabus is there, structure, your faculty members are the extreme problem, faculty members are there, they might be done PhD from Oxford University or so and so, lot of questions they ask. So at that time it came to me that how to solve this particular thing. So in the year of 2023, for 7, we have an exclusive ERP system that is for Pedagogy. To purchase this thing with lot of discussion with the management team, we are just incorporating this particular technology. Right now, nobody is using this particular Excel sheet. Once the teacher, once the students are getting assessed by any method, they have to put the data in this particular ERP system. So you just know the logic. What is the logic? Rest to the topic. So the logic will be to be understood by the faculty member. But whatever calculation like using like different formulas in Excel sheet is not required. So ERP will do all the things. So we were recently using, so these 2-3 years we are using ERP, DM exclusively for that. And we are planning to automate software. So it is in according to our software system or our system of academic regulations we are using based on that. So that is the intention. Initially, suppose we are going for that one, we have to use Excel. Have a mastery of that. Why is it needed? Because they are not coming here to find out how many 3s are there, how many 2s are there, how many 1s. That is not needed. Requirement whether happening will absolutely stop something. Because randomly at that point, I don't have this same thing. I was with the HOD at that time. So they told me, please class. They got 2-3 people, those are completely online about this. What is it? First post site, whether it is there, if it is there, so they will what is it? But then most of the families have the product because they cannot tell. Because they don't know what is the meaning of the problem with that is why preparing center system. So my request from their onwards, because they have given one of the important statement which always is discussed by my chairman at the time. Most problem. That OB system awareness is heavily required by the family. From that day onwards, I have prepared myself. Get access to all the things, how it is being done, why it is necessary, why it is being used for certain things, how it is being, that is the parameter is in the technical. So based on this thing, I am just giving here about 30 to 40 number of this program in the university. Every classes or every course, every program, every schools I have visited. Personally, I have visited. Even Sari also visited several times with me. We have given the presentations over there. Let them to tell that you have to do this type. These are the things, these are philosophy. So it is a process. So one, it's a practice. Process and it's a practice. Every day you have to go through it. Because teaching everybody is easy. Because one of the time I'm giving out the important only that what is the necessity of doing this? Why we are doing this type of thing? So I just practice simple questions to them. Suppose I'm teaching you 50 number of classes in a class. Whether all students are getting that is like overhead. Why some students are getting A grade, some students getting failed. So we are always dealing with them with students. The students are not getting, the students are not getting properly, they are not getting attention. That's what they are reading. But it is today in the platform, I am telling you that in the academic system, they are not listening this part. They are listening that what we are doing. How they are learning them. That's why one of the important parameters of pedagogy. We are using these classes. Pedagogy is the most significant parameter of any faculty. These are the weapons of faculty. OB is the weapon of faculty, so that the faculty can stand by alone over there. Not this type of things. These are the assessments, these are the attendance, these are the things. So they will listen. Yes, the faculty is confident. So the confidence level will come only after that whenever you are in the obviously we are not doing practice. We can. And as far as software is also. The presentation has a lot of sockets here. But my concern is that whether all the sockets that is customized or not, because they are requiring near 40 lakhs, 60 lakhs, it is too difficult. And faculty as well as from the beginning of this institute, we have to think a lot of things. We are telling one of that and we make chairman sir to give me 80 lakhs of that is a socket so that I can do. Nobody will do this. So how to use this? Software is there, but how to use this thing that is very important. So for every faculty member, they have to go through it. It is better to moving from the scratch, from this Excel level, then automatically you know how it is being done. Sorry. Anybody else? Yes.
Is this OB is limited to academics only, or we can also include our like soft skills, management, leadership skills, or these things can also be included?
The thing is, that's a very vital question is this. So, if you're looking at a curriculum part, entire curriculum structure. The thing is that there are a lot of extracurricular activities and co-curricular activities. Suppose I am giving one example. Suppose Independence Day we are following. Independence Day. In the day we have hospital flags also. This one Andhra was doing some and all these things every family member stand over there. This is given by the head of sort of also. Have you done any parameter for that? Nobody has. But we have. So the thing is that what is the outcome of this? Why the national, that is particularly Independence Day is being celebrated in organization? Why it is being needed? So if you are looking at our university portfolio, if you are looking at the IPGA, from whenever I have joined, I put all the documentation over there. It is not documentation, we are doing this. Completing this thing, within 1 day of period, prepare the documentation. Outcome of that, we are putting over there. So even though it is relevant or not relevant, I don't know, because most of the NAAC cases know that the final exam is yet to be published. Still, it is we have to prepare all the documentation for the last 2-3 years. Thing is that apart from this one, there is the extracurricular activities. Students are getting some credit for just like I'm giving the students in the field of attending any hackathon. Suppose somebody is doing any hackathon, then it is your mechanism how you put this OB system in that particular. What is the outcome of hackathon? Outcome doesn't mean that students are getting instead of them getting some 50,000 lakh rupees. It is not outcome. Outcome is that it is the awareness. First thing is the awareness. Students should know what is the meaning of it. How it is being relevant with their curriculum, that is the important challenge. Let me tell you one thing. In extracurricular activities, suppose you have 2 credits. So suppose some student, it is not that all the students will be involved in the hackathon. Only 5 to 6 students will be involved in the hackathon. So when only 5 to 6 students are involved in the hackathon, even though they are getting prizes or not getting prizes, simply they are getting participation over there. Yeah, which stage they will be eliminated from their curriculum. Suppose I have brought them to the smart meter also. If it is relevant to this hackathon, then I will tell them no, it is not required for you 5 students, it is not required. What you have to have is administration regulation as well as extension regulation. So that ecosystem you have to prepare. OB is everywhere. Outcome education system is everywhere. We are also doing this FDP because we have to at the end we have to combine all this sort of thing. You have to prepare the report and submit this PCA something like that. Lot of things are there. This is that. That was how capital was attending this particular thing. Even though you know or don't know. So that is the procedure. So everything is important. So it is how you reflect it in your curriculum. It is your fraternity. Because in let me tell you very frankly, sir, nobody will try to jump into the water. Anybody wants to jump. So that they will tell them that this is not, and you have to move in that way so that you can easily pass that. So that is the importance. Anybody?
Thank you. Any participants? Anybody is there? No, very good. If anybody is there, then you can mail start or you can call start so that they can clarify your doubt. We are shortage of the time and next because we are ready. So we are moving to the next session. Thank you, sir, for your nice presentation and clarification of the doubt of our participants. Thank you.
Actually, we are more interested to listen more from you, but due to lack of time, we are forced to stop this. Or else, your presentation really is brilliant, and to meet this national education policy, this concept of outcome learning, it is very much essential. We will be in touch in future also to take your help for the NAAC accreditation purpose or again this concept is very essential. We will take your help for all the things. Thank you so very much. Now it is time to felicitate our resource person, and to felicitate, I would like to request the next resource person, our madam, Dr. Y. Udaramani madam, our principal, Dr. Usarani, our vice principal, US sir, and Professor Vishwanath sir also. So please come on the line to felicitate. Please join me. Thank you. Friends, we have to first we have to start the next session, and to start, I'd like to request respected Professor Y. Kodramani Madam, please come on the dais and occupy the chair. And it's my pleasure to make a formal welcome to our resource person, Dr. Y. Kodramani Madam. I requested Dr. Assistant Professor of our institution to introduce our resource person. Thank you. And after that, the session will be continued by resource person, Madam. And time is short, and sorry, we have to complete by one. And the next resource person is ready. Sorry for the inconvenience, and we are interested, but the time becomes a restriction. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to everyone present over here. It is my great privilege and honor to introduce our esteemed research person, Professor Dr. Y. Kodramani. He is a distinguished academician, medical educator, and administrator with over 25 years of dedicated teaching, research, and leadership experience in medical education. She is currently serving as the Controller of Examinations and Director of Curriculum at the Odisha University of Health Sciences, Odisha. She also holds additional key responsibilities as Director of Research and Development and Director of Welfare and Student Development, contributing significantly to academic excellence and institutional development. Her academic qualification includes MBBS and MD from MPCG Medical College, Berhampur, and has further expanded her expertise by completing the basic course and advanced course in medical education, reflecting a commitment to excellence in teaching and continuous innovation. Throughout her illustrious career, Professor Ramani has served as lecturer, assistant professor, associate professor, and professor, mentoring generations of medical students while actively contributing to curriculum development, ethics committees, patient safety initiatives, pharmacovigilance, and faculty development. As a practicing researcher and scholar, she has authored 31 research publications in state, national, and international journals, and is a co-author of the book Pharmacology Digest, a collection of world questions. She serves on the editorial boards of several reputed journals and has held important leadership positions in the Indian Pharmacological Society, including organizing secretary, treasurer, executive body member, and chief editor of its official newsletter. Professor Ramani is a life member of prestigious professional organizations such as the Indian Pharmacological Society, the Indian Medical Association, and the National Association of Pharmacology Therapeutics. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to Professor Dr. Ramani. With great respect, I now request Professor Dr. Ramani to kindly address the gathering and deliver your valuable session.
Thank you, Dwayne. And you know, out of place to mention again, Madam is editorial board member of the journal, the Research Journal of Pharmacy and Life Sciences, that is honorably being hosted and continued by the faculty, mostly the faculty members of Royal College of Pharmacy. Professor Vancham Sir is the editor manager, and I am the editor in chief party, and Professor Prasanth Kumar Chaudhary sir is the executive editor for the journals. In association with many members, which is created by the Home CET, Health Organization and Medical Education for Society, Charitable Education Trust, which already hosted by me. Without any return, we are doing with a holistic index. Thank you. Now it is over to Madam. She will continue and Professor Panigan, Madam will be the chairperson for this session.
So very good afternoon and really privileged and honored to be a part of the faculty development program of and here again I would like to thank Sharman and Dr. Anjan making me a part of this faculty development program. And, here what from my previous speaker, what I came to know that it's a program mostly based on the outcome-based assessments and all those things. And similarly, in medical education also, we are having competency-based medical education programs and faculty development programs. And I have been a part of all this. Regarding the assessment part, when I came, you were just in that room standing there. So from that, I had a doubt because there was many questions I didn't hear at that time. I had one doubt that you had mentioned 70% of assessment is based on the assessment like weights and mid term or end term like that. And 30% feedback based. So this first 70% is for students and the 30% is for faculty. For the course.
The questions we have written is related to the course. Whatever things it is being done, it is done for the course.
Thank you so much. So going ahead with my presentation, I'm a bit out of that competence based or any outcome based topic. I'll be focusing on the research aspect. As a faculty, we all are active researchers, isn't it? Every now and then we go ahead with research, and actually the theme of this workshop is teaching pedagogy basics, advances in research and applications of AI in pharmacy. Basing on this theme, I thought of choosing a topic which will be research oriented. So the objectives of the research, any research protocol will be, for as a faculty, we need to develop research skills. We need to understand the different study designs which are used in research. We need to enhance our critical thinking ability and develop statistical competence, develop the methods of writing a research protocol, and have an accurate idea about the ethical awareness of what research project we are going to do, and develop different skills, data management skills, and based on these objectives, the whole research process is based on all these, developing on all these objectives. So it has got wider applicability as a researcher, wider applicability in various medical specialties, not only the medical but also the pharmacy, nursing. Every specialty has got somehow or other oriented, has to be oriented towards research. So it starts from the generation of the concept, from idea to the publication. This whole research cycle is based on that, and everything starts from an idea generation, a new idea or an existing idea from which one works. Then, upon generation of such an idea, some literature review is done, rigorous and effective literature review. Then, basing on the review, you have to decide upon your study designs and the data analysis, and the research cycle ends with publication. Without publication, there is no use of any research. So the saying is that publish or perish. So without publication, you cannot, your research doesn't have any value. So interdisciplinary approach again is very important in any research process, and which incorporates all the like epidemiology, biological, material, biostatistics, ethical and clinical science. So we are telling research and research. What we mean by research? Research, if you break down that word, research, that means we are searching again and again for some scientific aspects of a particular project, and that to make scientific and methodical or systematic way. And the overall goal of any medical research is solve an existing problem or to improve upon any existing health system. So with this background information, I would like to focus on this small part of the research process or research cycle, that is how to frame research questions, research hypothesis and objectives. Because the whole process starts with this initial step. That is how you will think of framing research questions, how to generate hypothesis, and how to go ahead with your objectives of the research. So, three components will be covered. One is the naming of research questions. We will define research questions, know about the significance, criteria of a good research question and what are the components of research question. Then research hypothesis, how to generate research hypothesis, what is research hypothesis, what are the different types of research hypothesis, what are the features of a strong hypothesis, and next coming to the third component, that is research objective. What is research objective, what are the types, and how to formulate research objective. So these three parts we will briefly describe, and we will focus more on the example. I will be ending with examples of how to formulate research questions, how to formulate research hypothesis and objectives of any research. The first is framing research questions. So what do we mean by research question? Usually, it is the question of the research project which sets out a particular answer to. It must have an answer to it. Whenever a research question is asked, it should have a research, it should have some answer to it. And usually it is written in a single sentence. And the term says question, that means it must end with a question mark. So it should be clear, focused, and arguable. If there is a question, one has to give a scope to argue. This question, whether it is relevant or not, whether it is feasible or not, some argument has to be incorporated in that research. And based on that, your research is planned. The significance is that, as I told you, it is the initial building block of research which drives your research from beginning to the end. So research question is the initial building block. And it starts from an idea, and from this, the objectives and hypotheses are generated. So it's a flow. It starts from question, then the hypothesis, and then comes the objective. So the research question decides what should be the variables of your study, what you need to measure during your research, what should be your study design, and at that, it should be able to address your research question. What your idea is that you should be able to answer that question. And obviously, success of any research project fully depends upon the research question because it is the initial building block. Now, how to formulate? How to formulate a research question? First is think of an idea. That's that particular idea in the research question. So think of an idea means identify a particular research area in which you are interested. Suppose someone is interested in diabetes, someone is interested in developing some formulation, someone is interested in doing some BABQ studies. So, based on your topic of interest, you have to analyze the gap, the research gap, what is already existing, what knowledge is already existing about this particular idea, and what has to be, what you are thinking of, whether that is feasible or not, how to identify, how to overcome that gap. So that knowledge gap one has to identify, and you have to fill that gap by formulating an answerable research question. When this research question or this idea is turned into question, again, before formulating that, as I told you, there should be a rigorous literature search. It should be effective and efficient, and which focuses on what already has been discovered about that particular idea which you are having and what needs to be done. Now, what should be the criteria of any research? It should be of interest. As I told you, you should have interest in that particular topic. Only you can go ahead with it. So it should be of interest not only to yourself as a researcher, but also to others like your policy makers. Then only your research idea can be converted into some policy decision making aspect, or some it should be of interest to funding agencies. Otherwise, you won't get funding for your research. It should be of interest to the healthcare providers in the community at large, and then only your research question will be of value. Then it should be answerable, as I told you, should be clear and specific, and it should be feasible. What do you mean by feasible? It should be doable. or it should be workable in the context or in the environment in which you are going to Then other criteria are that you should the provide information required to evaluate the ongoing intervention and progress. Have the ability to analyze some missed targets. It should not be too broad. It should be simple and concise. It shouldn't have been answered already, and it must be a question that can be answered through empirical means. Any way you go ahead, you should be able to answer that question. Now what are the different types of research questions? The research question may be of descriptive type, that means there is a description about the idea which you have got and it is possible. That is example criteria. Do physicians care when they deliver medical care? It's a descriptive type. It's not something specific. Relational means another example I have cited here. Hemoglobin levels related to the level of renal function. Causal means some association is there with a particular intervention. Like is captopril better than placebo in reducing blood pressure? So these are the different types of research questions. That means it may be descriptive, it may be relational, or it may be causal. Here are some examples of research questions usually we use in biomedical studies, like what is the prevalence of a particular condition, what is the incidence of a particular outcome, what is the average or mean of a particular characteristic, what is the strength of correlation of two different quantitative parameters, what is the agreement between two different methods, either diagnostic methods or teaching methods or any other method which you are thinking of, and what is the predictors of any different any definite outcome, and what are the risk factors associated with any particular disease condition or an outcome, and what is the evaluation of a candidate intervention against a control or a standard error. So such are common research questions which we usually use in our biomedical research. Now, what are the different components that should be there in a particular research question? The components are PICOR. You can remember the short form PICOR. P stands for population. That means your research question must have the P component, that is either the patient or the population or problem. And I component, that is intervention or exposure. C stands for comparator. It may or may not have, every research question may not have a comparator, but it is one of the components of any research. Then outcome, what should be the outcome? Outcome is a must in a research question. And type, B stands for time, duration of your study, or the type of question, whether it is a therapeutic based on therapy or a diagnostic procedure, or type of study like randomized controlled study or a cohort study. So the type of study also should be there in a research question. So it should contain these 5 components, shortly called as 5 components. So here is an example, PICO format. In pregnant women with uncomplicated malaria, what is the effectiveness and safety of anti-vaccinal combination therapy compared to quinine? So in this research question, you can find out what are the components, whether they are present or not. If P is there or not, is there? I think you can see P, who is the population, pregnant women with uncomplicated malaria. Whether I is there in that research question, what intervention is designed? A particular new intervention, anti-vaccinal combination therapy. Then see what are the other options or alternatives. Is there a comparator? Yes, there is a comparator, that is quinine. And O, what outcome is to be observed or seen or measured? Effectiveness of 2 components. One is the anti-vaccinal combination therapy and the other is the standard therapy quinine. So you are comparing 2 interventions. So this outcome, either you are measuring in terms of effectiveness or also another is safety. safety also you can compare for both the interpretation. So this is one example of research question formulated using the type of formula. Another example, do rural and urban community home-based projects differ with respect to adequacy, quality, affordability, and sustainability of home-based care provided. So two types of interventions. One is community-based home care, another one is home-based care. So there is a comparison of these two in rural and urban community. See, now the B here is the rural and urban community, the population. Intervention is community-based projects, food projects are compared. And C, who is the comparator? The community home-based and another is the home-based. Okay. Then outcome, what outcome is measured? Outcome is measured in terms of adequacy, quality, affordability, and sustainability. So this is another example using of framing a research question using type of formula. Now, how do you evaluate a research question? Again, you should have final criteria. So by final we mean feasibility, feasibility, workability. How far it is possible to conduct such a research. So feasibility is most important in any research project. So whether there are sufficient resources or not, whether your study design is appropriate or not, whether there is any scope and adequate sample size is there or not, whether there are any trained research staff for conducting such a research. So feasibility is important. Another one is interesting, whether there is any motivation to conduct that research and getting the answer, whether this project has got any novelty and whether it refutes new findings or extends previous findings. Is this particular research which you are going to do ethical in terms of the guidelines, whether it follows the guidelines which are there in the ethics committee, and whether it is relevant in the context which you are doing. So when we summarize all this which we had discussed, we now area, the formulations which the formula which should be there, and how we will evaluate this research question. So a checklist can be made in order to know whether your research question is appropriate or not. So as I told you, it should be asked in a single sentence. It should be simple. The patient population or the problem must be there. There should be some intervention or exposure mentioned. There should be a comparison. There must be a comparison to. There may or may not be there in all research. There may not be a comparison to. The outcome should be clearly defined. And it should be feasible, interesting, novel or new. It should be ethical, and it should be relevant in the context of patient or the of policy. So once the research problem is there, the research problem or research idea is there, that is converted into a research question. So the research problem is converted into a research question, and after converting this research question comes the next important aspect of component, that is the research hypothesis, research Yes, yes. Yeah, but you can slide the print. Okay, so the research problem is converted into a research question. Then, basing on this research question, actually, your study design are simulated like for clinical examination or diagnostic testing or prognosis or any preventive aspect or any therapeutic aspect. What are the different study designs which are used? Because this itself is a different big topic for discussion. Next, coming to a second component, that is research hypothesis. So again, what we mean by research hypothesis, it is nothing but a specific version of the research question. And if we break down this term, this is hypothesis. It can tell you a subjective verification component. And this is a statement about that particular solution to that particular problem. So this has to be again tested for validity, the research hypothesis also, whether it is correct or incorrect. And basing on the research hypothesis and the nature and the direction of the hypothesis is detected with of data. And the types of hypothesis, there are two types. One is null hypothesis, another one is alternate hypothesis. You must already know this regarding this, and you must also be using in the research. So, null hypothesis means there is no relationship. A statement that mentions that there is no relationship between two variables, either the predictor and outcome variable of a system. Then, like for example, there is no difference between obesity and breast cancer among this woman. When we are telling there is no difference, that comes under the null hypothesis. So next is the opposite of null hypothesis is the alternate hypothesis. That means there is some relationship between the outcome and the exposure. So it may have a particular direction or it may be non-directional. If there is some particular direction, that may be one-sided, and or two-sided. Non-directional is both-sided. So example here I have cited again, HIV patients are more likely to have active tuberculosis than people infected with HIV. So we are telling that more likely, we are giving a particular direction. And if we tell that there is a difference in anxiety level of children of high IQ and those of low IQ, here we are telling a vague term, using a vague term difference. We are not telling whether there is a relation between anxiety level of children and IQ or not. Okay. So we are saying it is a bidirectional hypothesis. Now, what are the features of the criteria of a strong hypothesis? It gives insight into the proposed research question, and it always should be written in present tense. It should be measurable and testable, and usually the research hypotheses are developed directly from the experiences of the researcher. And as a rule, no more than 3 hypotheses can be proposed for any research project. And there should be a well-founded rationale for all the proposed hypotheses. Okay. So for qualitative studies, only one research question as such. The rule is for qualitative studies, only one research question, and for quantitative studies, there may be both research question as well as research hypothesis. So as a there is a misnomer that research hypothesis either null or alternate is either true or disproved. But that's not the fact. supported or verified or tested. The term should be used supported, verified or tested, not hypothesis proved or disproved. Okay. Now here is an example of research hypothesis. A simple research hypothesis. There is only one predictor, which is an independent variable and one outcome. It is a dependent variable. Like for example, say lower level of exercise, which is a predictor variable, during postpartum will be associated with greater weight retention, which is the outcome variable. So after delivery, weight retention, whether it is related to exercise or not, that can be tested. Complex research hypothesis means more than one predictor and more than one variable. Sedentary lifestyle and alcohol consumption. These are two variables which are predictor variables are associated with increased risk of proteinuria and neuropathy. So proteinuria is to formulate research objectives. Research objectives can be by defining research objective, we say that is the answer to the research question. What research question you have prepared initially, it should be the answer to the research question, and it should outline specific goals of our study plans. And the research question is usually broken down to more precise objectives. The objective should cover the entire breadth of the project. The project should have more than one objective, one primary objective and multiple secondary objectives. Then taking into consideration the contributing factors and variables, it should be arranged in a logical sequence. It should have a sequence. The objective should have a sequence. So, by formulating objectives, it helps to focus on study, avoid unnecessary collection of factors, and organizes the study in a clearly defined way. So the objective may be general objective. Usually, with what we say is the aim of the study, and specific objectives will be either primary or secondary objectives. Primary objective is usually based on your research question. After generating the primary objective, what all secondary objectives you can get from your particular goal. That is that comes as secondary objective. So when we differentiate between primary and general and specific objective, usually aim or general objective is what of the research, and how that is done, that comes under the specific objective. And usually aim or the general objective is written in a single sentence, but the specific objectives can be multiple. Then this primary objective is a must-have component in order to answer the research question, whereas secondary objectives are nice-to-have objectives. Like you must have must know and nice-to-know areas in the research, which are study tools. Like that, the research also must-have component is the answer to the research question, whereas nice-to-have comes under secondary objective. So how will you evaluate a research objective again? The research objective should be having SMART approach. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-saving. So these additional, apart from these 5 components, others should be like accountable or compatible are also included in this particular research objective or specific objective. Now, specific means, what do you mean by specific? Specific means what exactly you are going to do, what is the purpose, and where this program will be executed. That answer should be there, and who is your target population, and what resources are using to conduct the research program. Measurable means how much, what are you going to measure from this research question, and how that will be measured, what will be the direction, what data will be collected, and where from this data will come, all this under the term measurable. Achievable means how this objective can be accomplished. What are the existing resources, how this objective can be achieved, and how to scale it up or down. And what are the limitations or constraints which stand in front of us. Relevant means whatever objective you are framing, whether that is relevant to the context in which you are conducting the study, relevant to your organizational needs, relevant to your population in which you are conducting the study, whether it is worthwhile or not, whether it is reasonable or not. Time means any research project should have a particular time frame. Within that time frame, whatever you have collected, that has to be concluded or written within that time frame, and the time frame again has to be realistic. It should not be for indefinite period, and it should be such that it will further your research in future. Now, another important component of any research objective is that usually the objectives to use actionable work. Like actionable work like to describe, to establish, to determine, to compare, to evaluate, to investigate, all these are the actionable work which are used in formulating specific objectives. Like for example, evaluate. Here the to evaluate with actionable work. It takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Sorry, it's our fault only. Okay, by 2-3 minutes. Okay, sorry, madam.
So evaluate the effectiveness of drug X in reducing the systolic blood pressure compared to placebo in patients with essential hypertension after therapy. So evaluate the actionable work which is used in this objective. Primary objective again to evaluate safety and tolerability of a particular dose of a compound X in normal volunteers. Secondary objective is you are evaluating the efficacy and tolerability, that is your primary thing which you are going to measure. Secondly, during the course of time, during the project, you will again assess the PK pharmacokinetic profile of compound X for the single oral dose. So this is how the primary and secondary objectives are confronted. So again, there should be a checklist for evaluating your objective whether they are accurate or not. So it should contain this SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. All these has to be the whether yes or no that evaluation sheet you keep, and you decide whether your research objective which you are framed is correct or not. Two or three examples, and I will conclude my talk. I straight away go to your pharmacy related example. See here. Suppose your title of the project is assessment of antibiotic self-medication practice among pharmacy students. So if you think of this, what research program must have been generated, or what idea you had in mind so that you came to this, you decided that this should be your title of the project. So you have seen in your scenario or in the context that self-medication was very common among pharmacy students due to their knowledge of the medicine, and however inappropriate antibiotic use your research with this background information in your mind. So you decided upon that you will make a project on the assessment of antibiotic self-medication practice among pharmacy students. So based on this research program, what should be your research process? So you may have multiple research processes like based on this program, you can think that what is the prevalence of antibiotic self-medication among pharmacy students? What are the common reasons for antibiotic self-medication? Which antibiotics are most frequently used without a prescription? Is there an association between the year of a student and the antibiotic usage? What is the level of knowledge regarding antimicrobial resistance among the pharmacists? So these multiple research questions can be generated from your research hypothesis, research problem. So based on this research question, you can go ahead with a single research question also. So based on this, suppose I had selected that I want to know the association between the student's year of study and the antibiotics. So based on this research question, I will have two hypotheses. One is the null hypothesis, which is that there is no significant association between the year of study and the antibiotics medication practice. Alternatively, there is a significant association between the year of study and the medication practice among participants. So next, based on this hypothesis again, we have to generate the research question. So your research question is maybe a general objective or maybe specific objective. General objective is usually the aim of the study. The aim will be to answer for this particular one research question. The different objectives can be to determine the prevalence of antibiotic self-medication among participants, to identify the common antibiotics used without prescription, to investigate the reasons for self-medication with antibiotics, and to evaluate students' knowledge of antimicrobial resistance, and fifth can be to examine the association between the year of study and antibiotic self-medication. So you can see here I have highlighted in red that to determine, to identify, to investigate, to evaluate, to examine all these actionable verbs which I have used for formulating this research objective or framing the research objective. Okay. This is another example. Should I go ahead or I have given you the slides you can share? So because the theme was about AI, so I had this one, the research topic, application of AI in pharmacy practice in pharmaceutical research. So basing on that idea, what can be the research questions, and after this research questions, what hypothesis you can generate among the different research questions. One you take up and create, you generate the research hypothesis, then from that you can generate the objective, general objective and specific objective. So what I need to emphasize is that all are related to each other. First of all, you need to have an idea from where you will formulate your research question. From that research question again the hypothesis will be generated, and from that hypothesis you will generate your objectives and the general objective and the specific objective. So the research title, as I had told you in the first slide or previous slide, the topic of research question, after thorough literature review, the study design decided, the measurements are done, the culprit data analyzed, and then interpretation of which will be ending with publication of your research. So the four cornerstones is the question of the topic or the title, question and the objective and the hypothesis. Thank you all. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity once again. Any queries?
Thank you so much, madam. Actually, I'm sorry that we made you hurry to finish your talk, but the listeners are so much interested to listen from you. But constraint with time, and the next speaker, my friend, also by 1:45 he has to be free to attend the meeting. So that's making the difference. Sorry. Hope every time you will have your support and you will be coming to our and it will not be out of place to mention also, madam, every time is a very big support to us. So we expect the same in future time also. And coming to here, you are saying that we are planning to give fundings for seminars and conferences. And And I told madam that if any sort of provision will arise, keep us in mind and keep pharma institutions the top and present right to be fast. And we hope she will support her. And she is the lady of the soil. And she is the control of examination for OUS. And now I request our Professor Anjali madam, who is the chairperson for this session, and she will take the responsibility and then after we do the registration. Easy.
Good afternoon, one and all. Thank you, ma'am. The presentation was really simple and it was completely logical and it will help us to really publish, not to finish. So now, because short of time, we will only have one question from the audience. Short of time.
The next.
Actually, start
I am also lucky enough to get the opportunity to ask the question and one question and I will ask. Thank you. Madam, actually, my question we learned a lot of things from the slide, but I will ask a silly question. And but mostly it will be applicable. Most of the people is from the various. So my question is. Actually, madam, you have achieved a lot of stuff. As well as also maintaining the family life. So, being a lady, actually it is difficult to work, balance the work life, both life, personal life, professional life. So, give some idea how to.
It's your own experience.
Want to learn from my personal experience. Every time, whenever you are in your institution, give 100% of time, 100% of effort to your institution. Once you are out of your institution, give 100% of time to your of course, after going to the higher course, that family time becomes a little bit constrained. But still then you can balance, 100% you can balance. I'm away from my family many and out of this particular town, this government job. Still then whenever I find the opportunity, I come back, I come to my family and say, we all my
Thank you, ma'am.
Now it is a question. Okay. Thank you so much, madam. Now it is time for question. I am asking Pastor sir to comment to join in registration program. Please come for the registration program. You will join with us. And to register, madam, I request the chairperson of this session. I request Vishwanath sir and Anand sir also to join with and Bhaumjam sir and to join with. Okay, this you are everybody. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Give permission to.
Now we'll continue the next session. So, to start before, I would like to introduce the resource person in this session. Yes. So, please, friends, we are going to start our next session. And for which Mr. Dhananjay Panigrahi, the resource person who is presently DG of Hetero Laboratories, and I would like to introduce him with a very short. So, people here, the Associate Director of Dr. Reddy's Laboratory for Integrated Product Development, and coming to his educational profile, he did his MPhil from he graduated master's degree from Banaras University, which is presently IIT, Banaras UP. And from there also he is gold medal for his MPhil education. And it is a proud moment that he was qualified with All India 21 gate rank, which was conducted by IIT Delhi that time, All India 21 rank. And Stephen also he graduated from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Leeds, Berhampur, from where he is also gold medalist by the university. A very bright scholar and very punctual and good friend of me. We have brotherly relationship, and every time, as and when I ask for any help, he is very proud to do that. And coming to his short profile, his experience from reputed pharmaceutical research organizations like Lupin, Sun Pharmaceuticals, which is previously named as Ranbax that time, while he was working, Abbott Healthcare Limited, and Dr. Reddy's Laboratory. Knowledge domain includes development of novel drug delivery systems, NDDS, generic products, complex generics, differentiated products for unmet medical needs, and new chemical entities, NCE. Profound knowledge on pharmaceutical excipients, pharmacokinetics, bioequivalence and biorelevant dissolution methods, QBD principles, risk assessment, design of experiments, DOE, design space and control strategy, and regulatory requirements for product approval. Conceptualization of new ideas, solubility and bioavailability enhancement of novel drug delivery systems to meet the unmet medical needs are the focus areas of his research. Established facilities for nanocrystals technology from laboratory scale to commercial scale, and successfully commercialized products in USA, Canada, and Australia. Developed and successfully commercialized various products across the global pharmaceutical markets, USA, European Unions, EU, Australia, Canada, and India, setting up foundation and analytical R&D for drug product development in pharmaceutical R&D and technical institutions. His area of research is nanocrystal technology, amorphous solid dispersion, oral control systems, osmotic drug delivery systems, multi-unit, multi-particulate systems, differentiated formulations, new drug applications. So, thank you, friend, for accepting our invitation and joining with us, though you are very busy. By 1:45 he has to join one important meeting for the company. So he will take 15 minutes time only, and we are fortunate to get him as a resource person for this session. Thank you. Without any delay, now it is over to you to interact with the audience, our teacher faculties. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Hello, Anjan, am I audible? Hello, Anjan, I am audible. Hello, am I audible?
Please unmute.
Yes, it is on mute.
Okay.
Anjan, it is audible now? Hello.
Yeah, mic is
Hello.
not connected, I think. Mic is not connected. म्यूट अच्छे अनम्यूट करिया प्लीज हां ना ये तो म्यूट अच्छे
हेलो
हां हां
ଏବେ ଆସିଲା
ना ये तो म्यूट का अच्छे अनम्यूट है हां हां अनम्यूट है
हेलो
हां
ଏବେ ଆସିଛି unmuted right now
ଆମ କଥା ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି
yes
हां ଆମ କଥା ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି
yes yes yes
Now you are audible. Now your voice is audible, sir.
yes you can share this slide
1 minute
yes your screen is visible okay please continue thank you
Thank you, Anjan, for your long introduction about me. Okay, that's I do not need such kind of introduction. But anyway, thank you for inviting me for your faculty development program. As I associated with you since many years, I wanted to involve in such kind of programs. Again, I'm happy to be a part of your faculty development program. But before starting my topic, I wanted to share with you that I am having some time constraint. I will be speaking around 10 minutes. However, I will share my slides. This is a basic slides I prepared. I am not a computer engineer to say about AI or IT kind of technologies, but whatever the experiences I am having and how we are deploying this AI platform into our pharmaceutical research and how it is helping and how it will help you in future. Right? Some points I will cover. Let us start on this. So today's journey is, it is starting from the what is AI, and then it is from zero to experience. Whatever I'm saying, going to say, it is started from zero to some experiences, and then how AI is in lab, how it is working, then how it is helps in drug discovery. Then as a formulation scientist, how it is helping in formulation development, and how it is enabling formulation scientists to develop their formulations, and then how it is helping regulatory submissions and safety kind of things, and what are the tools for students to learn from AI, then what are its limits and ethics, and what is the future of AI. I believe whoever are sitting in this room, everybody is aware of AI right now. They are well versed with AI, and as you know, by day to day basis, we are using Chat GPT, everything for small things, right? So that is coming from the starting of AI, right? So so what is artificial intelligence? It is a most transformative tool which is available in pharmaceutical industries or anywhere in the world, and which is helping many of these pharmaceutical scientists or professionals, and it is accessible to everyone. When AI learns, AI doesn't give you direct answer. AI gives AI learn from a pattern. Whatever the data you will give, AI will make a model and then predict, then give you these future indicatives, what how to move forward. So there are three examples I have given here. So if a teacher teaches a student, he has given 100 solved examples for solved problems. Then student spots the pattern. how this pattern, how the problems are coming, and how this, the student catches the pattern and then solves a new problem. So this is the learning. So how this trend, how AI is trained on data. See, we fed around 10,000 drug data sets. Then it spots a pattern. What are the, how these drugs are behaving as far as pharmacokinetics is concerned, dynamics is concerned, adverse action is concerned. Though that spot a pattern, then it predicts outcomes for new data. So this is called as machine learning, AI, ML. Everybody knows this. Then coming to an example, so if you have 500 fast formulations, so then AI learn what makes a tablet which will disintegrate or dissolve well. If you give 500 formulations, examples in the compositions, then AI may predict based on the functionality of excipients. AI may predict which excipient is very good or useful for your next formulation, which will give you a dissolvable formulations. So then how that's how this AI predicts the best formula for a scientist to develop a product. So so basically, what is the family of AI? These three levels we need to know. That is artificial intelligence, then machine learning, then deep learning. These three all are integrated to give you a solution. So artificial intelligence means, if you come to a pharmaceutical example, so there is a drug interaction checker, clinical decision support, and literature search and summarization. Everything will be done within a few minutes or seconds. Then machine learning, then whatever the prediction will come, then machine learning will give you a dissolution profile or disintegration chart or a formulation optimized composition of formulation scientist to develop further. So then deep learning, so deep learning is what is the tablet having the defects? What are the defects of tablet? How it is getting detected from the AI ML? Then the protein structure is a big structure. Then if you have this protein structure to develop a new drug, so by AlphaFold, which is a database for us, AI platform, which will give you to find a best protein structure. Then coming to an example, how AI helps in scientists, how AI helps scientists. So given I've quoted an example, if two scientists are given one task to discover a new medicine for Alzheimer's disease or XYZ disease. So goal is same, but the approach is different. How? So first scientist who was asked to discover a new medicine, so he spent many years reviewing thousands of literatures and analyzing millions of compounds and testing one by one. So it took around probably example 2 to 3 years or 5 years something. Then other scientist, he was having an AI assistant. He used AI for literature search and compound, target compounds evaluation. So he was able to review around thousands of compounds or thousands of literatures within a day to get out 10 or 100 top drugs, top compounds or top structures which will be worked upon. So then who discovered this medicine from this example? Either AI or a person or scientist. So answer probably neither one. So answer would be AI with scientists. Whoever scientist is using AI suitably or tactfully, then probably he is getting the certain time to discover the drug which will be reaching out to patients within a short span, right? So it doesn't mean that AI will replace scientists. It amplifies human intelligence. That is only I wanted to say. The future, the future belongs to scientists who know the AI. It is not like that AI will replace scientists. AI will replace the scientist or person who doesn't want to use AI or who doesn't, who is not getting versed with AI. So coming to another example, how AI saved a patient. A patient which was having multiple disease conditions like 12, 13 multiple disease conditions are there, like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, arthritis, everything. So he was about to, he was taking around 12 to 15 medicines per day. He went to pharmacy. Then the pharmacist uploaded this prescription in AI platform. Then immediately he found that whatever the medicines written, probably this patient is not versed well enough with these adverse actions. So immediately from the database he got to know that there is a potential drug interaction exists whatever the medicine he is taking. So immediately he informed to the patient, this is the potential life-threatening adverse drug reaction is there, which is prevented from the AI database. Take-home message is AI empowers pharmacists. It will not replace pharmacists. It doesn't replace pharmacists. It empowers pharmacists to deliver safer and better patient care. So coming to how does AI actually learn? There is five steps in 5-step pipeline, which it collects the data, then it cleans the data. The error is it cleans, garbage in, garbage out. Right? It train the model creation, then it tests and validate, then it is deployed and used. So collection data means if you are a lab scientist, then lab results or patient records or whatever the resolution profiles you are having, you will put into this AI platform. Then it will analyze what are the errors are there. It will standardize all these results. Then it will study the pattern. Then it will work based upon your prompt, what you want, what you want to establish. This model will give you. Then you test and validate. Then you experiment it. So AI will not give you such kind of formulations. You do this and 100% success. You have to validate it through your experimentation. Then predict, optimize, and automate real lab tasks. So all are these, everything is automated. Everything is human. Human is involved in every steps, but in only one step is train the modeling step. In modeling step, only AI is involved, which is the automative step. So I mean to say, whenever AI pipeline is there, step pipeline, only in one step automation is involved. In other step, human influence is there. So neither way, it is not going to replace any human touch. It is only accelerates your work, accelerates scientists' work to develop a formulation or to optimize a formulation within a short span of time. So how this, if you compare AI versus human scientists, who wins and what wins, right? So AI is better at processing millions of data points at a few minutes. It works 24/7 without any fatigue. So spotting hidden patterns in numbers, which human cannot do, and running 10,000 virtual experiments immediately. It is consistent, reproducible outputs, remembering every previous results. We do not remember, but AI can remember. So where humans are better, humans are always creative and they give new ideas. AI cannot give you. AI will give you if you prompt is correct and if you give some database, then only AI predict. But AI cannot give you the creativity or new ideas. So designing the right experiment, AI even though suggests you, but you have to do it. Understanding biological context, AI cannot do this. Ethical and safety judgmentals, then communicating with patients, AI cannot do. And AI can suggest you, but AI cannot directly connect patients. Then knowing when AI is wrong, we can human expertise is like that. We got to know, we can get to know where AI is wrong. In one example, when during research, I asked one AI platform, what is the polymer used in this product? I was knowing this, I was aware of what are the polymer, but eventually this AI platform gave a result, this polymer has been used. Then I asked, no, probably this polymer is not used, and we got this leaflet from USFDA, this is the excipient used. Then he said, sorry, I am wrong, probably you are right, and this is the right thing, whatever you said. So human can know where AI is going wrong way. So how AI, what is the use of AI in the pharmacy lab? So these are the platforms, AI tools we are having: Elicit and Swiss ADME, then AlphaFold DB, NIME, and Claude, Orange Free. These are all AI tools where it is helping scientists or researchers and to day-to-day work basis, which are absolutely free tools. And I am versed with Claude and ChatGPT, which is a Claude is giving very much precise answers and intellectualized answers, so which is helping us in day-to-day lab work. Otherwise, Swiss ADME, which is the best platform to carry over predict solubility, permeability of drug, VCS classes, everything there. It is a good platform to have. So without AI and with AI, if you compare side by side, what is happening? Literature review without AI will take around, if you want to have 200 papers to review, probably you need around 2 to 3 weeks. But AI will do 2 hours, everything will be summarized, top 50 references will give you with citation, right? Then data analysis, we need to, if you do data analysis at our end, probably it will take days in Excel, and it is error prone. Then probably with AI, whatever the platforms we have, automated platforms, then it does take minutes. Then formulation trials, if you do manually or one factor at a time, then it takes around 50 plus experiments by trial and error, which is targeted by 15 experiments when you use AI and by from the database and pattern by the building a pattern, then AI can suggest you reduced experimentation to have same data whatever we can get from the 50 experiments. Instrumentation data, manual picking in HPLC, FDR, then is AI auto process spectra, also in seconds we are getting. Report writing, it takes time, and AI drafts a first version within a minute, then you can check and get it done within a few hours. So if you go to AI in industrial perspective, then if you go for patent search, manual search, it takes days. But in if you use AI, same thing will get, but it will be within a hour or minutes. So how it helps in AI? How AI helps in drug discovery? So if you know the drug discovery pathway, it costs around $2-3 billion and 12 to 15 years from a molecule to formulation. Then 90% clinical trials are getting failed. And if you use AI, probably the chance of faster or AI guided drug design will be 5x faster than the conventional one, which means it is not like the clinical trials will pass, but you can shorten the time and cost. So this is the drug discovery traditional versus AI powered pipeline. This target ID, then compound screening, lead optimization, preclinical testing, then clinical trials, then approval, which takes around 12 to 15 years, cost around $3 billion, success rate is 10%. If you go by AI powered route, probably this 12 to 15 years will be reduced around 5 to 8 years. Then if time, right now time is cost. Then if you time reduced, then eventually the proportionate cost will be reduced. Then probably target precision would be more. So this if this AlphaFold 2 is a platform where protein folding. The problem is protein folding. If every protein in the body is a chain of amino acids, then it folds into a specific 3D shape. So the shape determines the protein's function and how the drug binds to it. Protein means a receptor. We talk about pharmacology. The drug binds to receptor. So this solves. So how traditional crystallography, it takes around 2 to 5 years for protein to get the structure. But AlphaFold 2 does it in a minute, for it is a free for any protein. So due to time constraint, I am going with speed. Please cooperate with me. So AI in formulation and quality, it is our my expertise, how it helps us to do our day-to-day work. So formulation development, if you consider compare this traditional development versus AI guided or powered formulation development. See, the trial and error, which is conventional, guides us like guess from experience. We are having experience of 50 more drugs, so likewise you will develop. Make every day single one, 6 to 12 months for bench work. Minimum 6 to 12 months required for a formulation development. Then testing will be done one by one. Then hundreds formulation will make. Every day you will test one formulation. Repeat works if nothing works. So if it doesn't work, then you can repeat it. You should repeat it. Like it is a conventional way of doing experiment at our lab. So if it is AI powered, then AI will help you from the literature search to get all prior formulation experiments. They will model it, and they give you a better formulation platform which can predict top 5 formulation candidates. And it takes around 2 weeks to 3 weeks. You can screen it. Then it is focused purposeful runs it will give based on the modeling and based on the pattern finding. It will give you 5 to 10 target formulations design. Then you will work on that, you test and validate it, then you get to the optimal formulation. So probably 6 to 12 months of bench work by conventional process will be reduced to 3 months. Around 3x will be reduced. And right now also we are doing, but the knowledge is still yours. It is not, AI will not give you all knowledge, but AI only accelerates you. So these are the basic stages of our formulation development. Everywhere AI is integrated. If you want to develop a product, So first you have to develop a target profile, target product profile. What you want to do? What are the critical quality attributes which are helping the product for a safe and efficacious delivery? Then what are the critical material attributes, process parameters? Then building a design space and control structure. Everywhere AI ML is associated right now. That's why it is accelerating the pharmaceutical research, and we are developing a product which is accessible to patients very faster than compared to conventional way of developing. So also AI is empowered in manufacturing also. This is last I talked about R&D. Right now it is also manufacturing. Big companies like Pfizer, GSK, everything they integrated AI into their manufacturing platform. From dispensing to packaging, everywhere AI predicts everything. Like content informative, one example. If you want conventional way, you take this sample and get it analyzed. It takes around 1 to 2 days. HPLC running, then chromatogram, everything checking everything. It takes around 1 to 2 days. However, AI whenever AI after coming integrating AI into our manufacturing process. So by near infrared sensor, you can find it out whenever the blending is going and what are the content in front of the blend. That is how it is reducing the conventional testing and accelerating your product development and manufacturing. So in regulatory science also AI is helping right now to prepare the report. Not only prepare the report, but also it finds the gaps in your report. If you want to submit a report to agency, medical agency or regulatory agency for a product approval, probability sensing based on the database earlier whatever given, based on the database it can sense whatever the gaps you have and how to handle this before that is helping us to shorten our delivery, shorten our approval time. Before submission, if you get to know whatever the gaps are there, so it is better to handle all these gaps and address all these gaps before filing. That's how. So it is helping regulatory professionals also to some extent filing these products to regulatory agencies to get the less queries. So how it helps AI, how AI helps for teachers and students. So coming to this is a basic slide. Probably I do not need to explain more. Everybody knows it. So first understanding the concepts, then literature review. It is it is a very helpful platform. If you put everything, whatever the prompt you are having, whatever you want to have, probably it is very few seconds it will give you whatever you need to do within 5 days or 1 week. So these are thesis writing also it is helping, but yes, within this if you have to write the thesis by AI, probably plagiarism, everything you need to see and you need to have this consent. But yes, it is not like you use the thesis writing for thesis writing AI, but yes, AI will give you something which you do not know how to write and good phrasal verbs, good languages. So that will build a flavor to add a flavor to your thesis or any report. So what AI cannot do? What are the limits and ethics? So it cannot replace the experiment. You have to do it. See, as I said, AI will give you a pattern. AI will give you a prediction, but you are the scientist. You have to do it. Nothing can be done by AI. Experimentation work, lab scientist is required. Then understand, it cannot understand your science. AI only finds the correlations in numbers. It will give you a pattern, but it cannot understand your science. So it cannot work without a good data. Bad data, whatever you feed, then accordingly it will give you a pattern and accordingly give you a prediction. So always good data it needs. Then it cannot guarantee the regulatory truth. AI generated regulatory documents must be verified or qualified by qualified professionals. Then it cannot predict truly novel events. AI only extrapolates. It cannot truly picturize everything. So it cannot check its own mistakes. AI cannot check its own mistake. We are there. That's why we can get to know whether it is wrong or right. So these are I will share with you AI ethics in academia, how it is helping. Always always okay. I'm very ask what needs to be asked to supervisor and what is never acceptable. Everybody knows it. Just I am sharing my slides. You can go through. So see, AI is we say AI is our future, and it is helping student today, and it will help research tomorrow, and it will be the leading platform in future. So these are the building, how AI will build a career. You can build a career as a pharmaceutical, as a pharmaceutical professional. So pharmaceutical data scientist, computational formulation scientist. As you know, one substantial thing I wanted to share with you. See, whenever a pharmaceutical scientist work as a formulation development, I know developing a formulation, whether it will work in human physiology. So before testing, we are having some in silico experimentation like gastroclass, something, PBPK modeling, physiological based pharmaceutical pharmacokinetics modeling. By that also we can get to know whether it is going to work in actually it is going to work in human, or patients. So these are all the career platform, how AI is integrated, and AI is helping pharmaceutical scientists or any pharmaceutical professional wanted to build his career in these platforms. So these are the things you can search and download for your better, to accelerate your development or research. So Elicit and Swiss ADB and NIME, and also as I told you, Cloud is also a good platform to use day-to-day basis research. So key takeaways are there. AI learns from examples. AI will give you whatever you will feed. So just like a student, the more data it sees, it is smarter it gets. So then AI amplifies the scientist. It cannot remove, or it cannot replace the human touch. AI is already changing pharma, drug discovery, formulation development, and manufacturing. Regulatory also everybody is using right now. So you can start all these platforms, whatever I said. You might be knowing this. Every you can use today from today. Then critical thinking is still your job. AI cannot give you all these updates. Your thinking, your creativity lies with human. So AI can be wrong, but human cannot be wrong, right? In such kind of things, whenever your expertise is one area, AI may be wrong, but you cannot. Your expertise is the rare hub. So pharma domain knowledge and all these things are valuable to you. So with this, great honor, by great. I am thanking you all for kind attention to my short and short session. Thank you all. So I cannot take any questions, but if you have any questions, please share to Anjan and we will discuss. However, I feel my session would be short, but something, something you learn from this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Dhananjay sir. Being a formulation scientist and working so rigorously at the industry, even that your presentation has attracted all the teaching faculty here over here. And we are really privileged that you shared your experience and how to use AI and AI tools for both research writing and even in teaching pedagogy. So we are really thankful and express our gratitude to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I am sorry for my timing constraint. When I'm late, I have to leave now. Thank you for your invitation. Always I'm with you. Whatever the
Please bear with us for another 30 seconds. Just one question. Our gratitude.
Thank you.
As a token of honor, we are extending this monitor to you. Just to mark your gratitude. As a token of appreciation and love from us. We will be
Thank
sending
you. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you for spending your valuable time.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Bye bye.
Just can you answer one particular question by our just one question.
I'm sorry. I went down for a while. Yes. Yeah,
Thank you so very much. It's late today, but you gave your valuable time. Thank you. Any question from the audience? We have 1 minute.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Sir, one question. Like we have any softwares like technologies like Purity and 3D printing for formulation. are there specific software or technology that can help us with knowing the solubility enhancement? Suppose I want to develop a solubility enhancement like Walmart first or any other technique. Can any software is out there that can give us a possibility which can be a best polymer that we can use?
Okay. So, what I understood your question, based on solubility and bioavailability enhancement, right, for a drug, right?
Yes.
How AI will assist you for solubility enhancement and bioavailability enhancement, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So for that, what we need to know first, drug structure. What is the structure of drug? Okay. What kind of functionality it is having? If you put in these platforms, like, this is the drug and this is the drug. I wanted to increase its solubility. What would be its, development path? Okay. Recently we did some examples. I will tell you some examples I am having also, correct? So AI is not like that you will feed data. Already AI is integrated to various sites. Okay. How AI is giving you solutions. AI is integrated to USFDA sites. AI is integrated to EMA sites. AI integrated to various sites. From that, they will collect the literature and they will make a pattern. If you are having a it is an weak acid. Drug is in weak acid, correct? What are the groups are there? Amines groups are there, or COS groups are there, whatever may be. It will predict this is the group it is having. Probably it is a BCS class 2 or class 4 drug, and what is the melting point of the drug. Everything it will make a pattern. Then it will suggest what are the strategies you are going to do. Whether for solubility enhancement it will work as a nanoparticle or a lipid solubility lipidic delivery system. It will say you, right, how it will say, how it will predict, because such kind of drugs probably many failures data will be there, right? These kind of drugs are already done in nanoparticle. Probably nanoparticle is not giving you much more advantages, right? But such kind of drugs are getting good good results when you deliver in a lipidic drug delivery systems, right? So basically what I wanted to say, if your drug is there, you know the structure. If it is an NC, totally different kind of ball game, correct? If it is known drug and you are, since we are in generic industries, how we do, this is the structure of the drug. What kind of delivery system we wanted to do, so that your solubility and bioavailability will be enhanced, right? It will predict from the earlier patterns whatever we are having, right? From that only you have to go with this. No, this is the AI driven platform which is giving first rank to lipidic drug delivery systems. Okay, because this drug is more lipid soluble rather than aqueous soluble, right? If the drug is having more melting point high, based on this also it will give you go with spray drying or some solvent evaporation methods, right? If the drug is having low melting point, go with the hot melt extrusion. Such kind of things it will be given by AI platform, which will accelerate the formulation development scientist to reduce the number of trials, right? Okay.
So suppose there are three polymers in this specialty. Can I rely? I will already with you that is regarding this.
So I did not get you, but this is how can you rely on this AI, right?
Yes, sir.
So see, I said earlier, AI will give you a pattern. AI will give you the solution based on the pattern or based on the database, whatever he is having, right? But the experimentation part we need to do it, right? See, it cannot. It will give you this lipidic drug delivery system, but it will not give you what kind of excipient you want to take, right? What is the concentration of excipient you want to take? It will not give you, because you have not given the data like that, right? Once upon, if you start your experiment, right? This is the lipid I am taking, this is the experiment I am doing, 2-3 experiment you did, then you, whatever the result you get, if you feed into the AI platform, then it will suggest you go beyond this, excipients, use this kind of excipient, it will help. But otherwise it will not give you a full place delivery system to work upon. You have to work on that and validate this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I do not know when you have your student will join for your meeting. Thank you so much, sir, and giving your valuable time. I will join later. And whenever you will come to Odisha, my request, we will come and invite you to our college physically to join with us. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. We'll end the session. You are busy. Take your care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.